Bashers, Friday, November 28th. 28th. In the year of our Lord 2025, here we are in the world of the eye bashers, awaiting for our very own Oisín O'Malley to join us and maybe have a glass of Paul Masson, if at all possible. How wonderful will that be? Maybe a lovely Chianti or something more refreshing like a Barolo or a Sangiovese, something more delicious like that. Good evening, everyone. I've just been having fun with him. I don't know what it's about. Hey, everybody. Great to have you on the show. Hey, look who got in there at number one, Dino, twice in a week. Oh, my God. How did that happen? Where did my cleaning cloth go? Because my eyeglasses are a little fuzzy. Hello, one and all. It's great to have you here. Dino, number one, doing what you can to keep those two from taking over the entire stratosphere of what is eye bashers. It's great to have such an amazing dude to do that. It's crazy town. How are you? Look at this coming in hot. Softcore Terracore. Coming back for you. Softcore Terracore. Wine fund, coffee fund, or new Hitman fridge magnet set. Please tell Hitman had fridge magnet merch. You know, we don't, but we have, we had. I don't know where they are now, but I'll have a look for them and see if I have the tiny stickers that we had. I actually had on my previous fridge. I did take all the magnets off of my fridge and photographs. And I actually have drawings from the Dana and Emmett's kids from when they lived up the block. They used to bestow upon us their artwork, their latest artworks. And I can, what am I to do? I kept them on the side and I put them back on this fridge. But I did have a Hitman sticker on there, and it went with it because stickers are stickers. But I think I do have more of them, and I have to go search for them. They're metallic, so they look very metal. Yeah. Softcore Terracore coming in $50. That's amazing. Huh? What a banging way to start the show. Incredible. I'm gonna give you I'd give it to you right now if it would allow me to. So I'm gonna have to leave the show with the fucking thing. I don't know why every time I enter the show it gives me a hard time to get. I have to click to a certain part to get to the big bang booms. And let me see if I can do it within the program. Within the program. It's very, very hard. No, it won't let me slide down, and I have no reason to know why it won't do that. So give me 1 second, and I will be right back after these messages. See, here I am, and now I can go. So odd. Now it shows me all the things. Of course, you get the biggest one that we possibly could, because £50 is quite a bit of money. Thank you very, very much for the support at the iBashes Network. So I'm going to give you, what do I have that's the biggest one I've got? The biggest one I've got is Lenny. And Dino, Dean-M3, very nice, £4.99. First, baby, first on all fronts. Dino, I don't know what else to do but give you the kazoos because you love it so. It's a great one. Andrew Wolkowitz, Canadian, $10 throwing it in hard. The beautiful Andrew Wolkowitz, the incomparable. Check him up on his OnlyFans. Sometimes the darkest part for each of us isn't between midnight and dawn, but between our very selves. Light a candle, say a prayer, and with a new day comes hope. Upvote and subscribe and be well. The Andrew Wolkowitz commemorative gong. It belongs to he and to only to he. Thank you so much. 2 in 1 week. I call that a roll. I call it a roll too, pal. How are you doing? What's going on the big guy's channel right now? What's he talking about? What's going on? Sloppy seconds. Ooh. Some people like sloppy seconds. I don't know. I can't understand that philosophy in any way, shape, or form. It's weird, but people do. What can I tell you? Nick Brooker, 1411. Congrats, Dean. Have a great weekend, Bashers. Stupidly early alarm set for tomorrow and traveling to a cold inland quarry for some dive training. Wow, amazing. You're such an explorer. So early night, and we'll catch the replay tomorrow. On the morrow, Mr. Brooker, on the morrow to you. And you upvoted. Please upvote if you can. You have no idea. And you know what I found out? I'll do it from the left. I do it from the right. I do it every which way the Bashers might. It won't work. There you go. Do me a favor, leave a comment on the show. You know, just say hey, or who cares? I don't care. Trying to play with the algorithm. I don't know what's with the algorithm. Sometimes it likes me, sometimes it doesn't. I have to say that the show is going from strength to strength. It's just been nothing but wonderful folks and wonderful people and wonderful things, and it's great. But I don't know why sometimes YouTube is like, you've got this amount of subscribers, and then I'm going to pull them away, and then they take 10, and then they give 10. It's all bollocks, believe me. Bollocks. Congratulations, Dean. I'm working and will watch when I can. Well, when can you watch, Andrew? Are you working? Melly, see, the purple one is here. Hello, the purple one. Hello, beautiful lady. Happy Friday, Dirk and all the Bashers. Happy Friday to you, my love. Great to have you and the kids. And look, I've got the double ladies of the Bash right off the bat. The beautiful Louise. Hello. Hello, Louise. Good evening, Dirk and Asheen and all the Bashers. He's not here yet, but he shall be here soon. As soon as possible. Let's put off Teeth Forward and just do Freddie Mercury. Oh, darling, she was an absolutely wonderful tour. It was an amazing. Status Quo opened. It was fabulous. Congratulations to Dina, says Melly C. And Franco Fiore. Upvote if you can. Grazie mille, signore, for everything you do. You're a wonderful person. And Dave Fitzsimons, _artist. Whoop, whoop, let's bash, says Dave Fitzsimons. And he's the big guy on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Mr. Oisín O'Malley on the show. Thank you so much.
You're so complimentary all the time. It's one of your best qualities. Everyone feels like a star.
Well, everyone is a star. Shouldn't they be a star?
You're like, handsome Joe. You're like, everything is, I feel like most of the crowd just come along to feel better about themselves.
Well, that's, I don't mind that that's a place where they can do that. I'll just say, next up is that fucking asshole, Joey Jojo Beans and Donuts.
Going back 1,000 years, I was with an ex of mine whose name begins with R. And
gotcha. Check.
And I didn't know you very well, and you were up. We were walking down 3rd Avenue, and you were up above, and at Rio, your old bar. It's okay if I say that right, because you've mentioned.
I say it all the time.
Okay, so you were up there. You were having a smoke, and you were leaning on the table, and she already knew
that
you.
Ledge that we all.
And I didn't know you really, but she knew you before me, perhaps. And she was like, "Hey, Dirk,"
from the bar.
And you were up there, and you were like, "Hey, honey." And you were like, you look so beautiful today, And I remember thinking that fucker he's got chops, man. Because it just made her smile. It doesn't matter, like she knows you're gay, but it doesn't matter. It's still a fucking compliment. She still felt beautiful.
Well, good.
I was like, God, I'm awful. I'm her boyfriend, and I didn't even say that,
Listen, if there's one job the homosexual has, it's just to make sure that their female friends always feel safe and complimented.
Right.
And we'll also say, hey, girl, I don't know about that hair today.
Right. Every girl needs a good gay friend to tell them, oh, honey, you need to bring that dress back. You need to get a different size, or those shoes don't suit you, baby.
Yeah. Which I'm not one of those guys that generally does that. I'll probably not do that. I would much prefer dole out the compliments. And it's funny that you invoke that memory, because I recall it. I remember it. I was with my friend Allie Larkin, who was another bartender there. Mm-hmm. And I remember you guys walked by, and I remember that. I actually remember she was wearing a cute little black dress. I remember.
Jesus, you remember what she was wearing?
I do.
I don't even. I probably ripped the dress off her, and I don't even remember what it was. Oh well, this is heterosexual males. We're awful. We're useless.
She was, she always looked great though. Well, I knew her well because I actually, oddly enough, I wound up knowing you last in the band.
That's right.
You were always up to something. I knew.
I was always Il Cagone. even in Italy, they call me Il Cagone.
Mm.
Cagone is the guy who doesn't care about anyone, doesn't talk
Right.
to anyone.
Yeah. Yeah. You kind
He never talks to us. He's always doing his thing. You
Mm.
got the rest of the band were always very social with everyone, with the fans.
Mm.
And then they were like, "Where's the Il Cagone? Where's he gone? Oh, he's gone home. He's
Yeah.
not interested or
I guess
whatever."
that actually would have been me in the band too, because I never went into the after we did a show. I never went into the crowd after the show. I always just took off.
You just went home.
I always generally did because it was too loud, especially in those
Well, I
places.
had-
You gotta
I had a
yak, you gotta
baby.
talk loud.
I had a baby. I had to get home to heat milk for Lydia.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
I'd get home in the middle of the night,
Right.
and you know, Lydia start waking up at 5:30 a.m. So there's no point in me going hitting the pillow, because Sabri would be like, "She's yours for now." I took care of her all night, so you're fucking dealing with it now, you know.
Mm.
So I had to get
Kind of your
home.
job.
Yeah, I had to get home, so I didn't really have a choice, you know.
So young to be having children, so young. The children having children.
Yeah, I was 23 when I had her.
Wow. That's crazy, Tom. Yeah, so I met your brother in 801st on Vernon Boulevard, and then, you know, we had a couple of Guinness. And then when I came to the show, then I met his then girlfriend, and then I had met her, and then and then there was like a little clique. You know, there were cliques in Taylor's Hall, which is the defunct club that they used to play in New York that I used to go to. It was every Saturday night, which was fun. I had something to do every Saturday night. It's kind of cool.
It was a great Saturday night for a lot of folks in New York. I knew guys who would they were Manhattan snobs, you know, they were living in Manhattan. They'd only go to places in Manhattan, going to Brooklyn or Queens, crossing the bridge was like, "Oh, what the hell is this?" You know, they were snobby, but then sometimes they're like, "Fuck it, this place is dead anyway. Let's get in a cab, go out to Queens, go out to Taylor's Hall, because the lads are going to be playing. They're going to be rocking out till 3 a.m. There's a better vibe out there." So they'd come up to me and go, "You guys are the only reason we ever come out to fucking Queens, because we know there's a great vibe in this place, and you guys are going to be rocking out." You know,
everybody knows. All the New Yorkers always knew, though. It's just all those people that come from Iowa or somewhere in Europe that are afraid. The Bridge and Tunnel. You know how long it took me to realize that I was Bridge and Tunnel because I'm from Queens. I'm like, wait, what?
You're Bridge. You're not Tunnel, really.
Well, the Midtown Tunnel.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a derogatory term for when outsiders infiltrate New York City to use the clubs, the bars, the restaurants, whatever, and like, oh, they're so Bridge and Tunnel. It means
people from Jersey.
Yes, it does. It does. But I found out later in life that it also applied to me, and I was like, fuck that, I'm from Queens, bro. But hey, it was only a couple of stops. What is it? 4 stops into Queens to get to see you guys at this it was a bar essentially that had a very small stage. And it was funny because everybody be like, "Oh, you like Mr. North, you got to go see Stand, and you got to see this." And I'm like, all of a sudden I was back, because I had basically given up on like going to see bands. I didn't care anymore. It's like they all sucked anyway. So it kind of like reignited the fire of like, oh wow, there are really good bands out there. And then it turns out you guys were the only good band, because everybody I saw there sucked. It was just such shit. I remember everybody's like, "Oh, you're gonna love Stand." And no offense to the guys in Stand, I don't know you, but you know, whatever. I was like, "Oh, that's not for me at all." I was like, "Oh God!" And like, "Oh, you got to go to the city and see Black 47." And I went to go see them.
Black
and
47 are famous. That's a different level.
Are they?
Black 47 are they can still sell out big.
Can they?
Black 47 are a famous Irish rock band.
I mean, it's very diddly though.
It doesn't matter. We were never diddly dee. So
you were not that conversation. You were never that.
Stand were lovely guys.
I'm sure that they were.
Stand were lovely. I never thought they were a great band. They had one song that was pretty decent, but they, above all, they were just lovely guys.
Yeah, the tall bald guy was very nice. I met him once or twice.
Oh my God, they're such sweethearts. All of them were such lovely people. Whereas we were dicks, we were conceited, vain, especially me and the singer. But we were more. I'm sorry, many years have gone by, so I can be frank about it. We were just more talented. We were just much more musical than the Stand
I
guys.
didn't
The Stand
enjoy
guys are a 3-chord kind of band, 4-chord, keep on rocking in the free world kind of guys. Where we were coming up with all sorts of stuff. We were much more intricate musicians, and there was a lot more virtuosity, you might say, on the stage. Like Ada would do a 10-minute fucking drum solo.
Sure. In the middle of War Pigs.
And Colin's fucking voice was like the guy was blessed with an incredible voice. Incredible. And you know, Emmett's fucking ridiculous guitar. So there was just a lot of prowess on the stage, but at the same time, we were but we were also cocky pricks as well.
I mean, I thought you were the only cocky prick.
All right.
Because I was like, they're like, oh, do you know Shane? I was like, oh, not really. I know you are. I know everybody. And I got to know you less. And it's funny how it wound up in the end.
Isn't it funny? Yeah, that is funny.
I knew you the least.
Because
I was like, he's a conceited arse.
A slow cook is the best cook, right? You want a slow boil.
How many millions of fags did I have with Colin outside? 800,000. And then
you know, when molten lava comes up from under the earth, if it hits the surface, it cools quickly and it becomes basalt, which is a rock that you can break in your fingers. If it comes just under the surface and cools slowly, it becomes marble. It's the same shit, but it becomes marble, which is one of the hardest rocks in the world. So that's my metaphor. It took us longer to become friends, but we created a much more marble thing.
I mean, it wasn't that long. I met you in 2000. Okay, and like by 2001, we had a show. So I mean, you know what I mean?
That's right. Okay,
it wasn't that long, but it was a couple of months, and I was like, where I'll tell you where we kind of became better friends was. You came up to I was doing a lot of jingly shit back then, and I forget what it was, but there was a party at this thing called Creative Bubble, and I had invited the Mr. North guys, and your mother was in town, and she came to it, and you were with her. And that was the most common. That was probably
were they selling art?
Yes, they were.
I brought my mom to something, and she was interested in some of the art.
Yes, they were. They had Paul's art all over the walls.
They had Paul's art, and there was like a telephone or something.
Correct. Call Paul. That's what it's called.
She was gonna buy that. My mom was on the. She's a bit like me. Like she likes the fine things, and she sees, you know, she appreciates the finer things. Sure. And at the time, I think she was like, I think I want to buy that, you know. Because she knew it would be supporting friends, and also it would be a great piece, and she would smile every time she saw it on the wall in her house. But in the end, she didn't pull the trigger. But yeah, I think I remember that evening.
I hope she's not watching right now. But that piece is called Call Paul, and everybody wanted it, and he did sell it. He sold it early, but he did.
It was 3,500, if I remember.
I
hope you don't mind me saying.
I can get a giant freaking print of that, and I'll send it to your mother. Why don't I do that? I didn't know she was.
Why don't we just find an original piece, and I'll give you the money for it?
Does he have any?
Does he have any left?
He hasn't been painting because of all the shitstorm.
I don't want to send my mom a.
How interesting! That was the piece that everybody. It was like an old blue telephone with a big spirally cord on it, and it was hanging on the wall with kind of like British wallpaper on the background.
I think it was that piece, or she was just interested in. Look, there she is in New York. When my mom comes to New York, she wants to taste the real New York. Like I bring her to the Lincoln Center, to the Met, to see the opera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we stand outside by the fountain and take a photo, and we have a souffle. It's the best souffle in New York. Is in the Met, on the Opera House there, next to the you know. In the Lincoln Center, in the Opera House, and we have the souffle, and we have champagne. You know, she loves to really rejoice in that stuff. Is that the painting? Is that it?
It is.
That's a very, very cool painting. I would buy that.
It's pretty great.
Now that I have money, I would buy that. You know, looking up above, I like the red lights on the yellow background.
Oh, that was the Impala. That's a beautiful painting, man.
Yeah, I like that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like I think it's a 1964 or 65 Impala. It's the taillights of an Impala.
Paul must have watched Mad Men like it was
Oh yeah.
pornography, right?
Oh yes.
Because it was just all of
Oh
that
yeah.
aesthetic, right? He loves that aesthetic,
Oh yeah.
1960s Americana.
Here's the other phone.
That's a nice one too. I like
Yeah.
that one too.
He's he loves all that 1950. This is a cool one. Oh, let me see. This is the back of
You know,
the.
that one is really fucking good.
How
You know,
does
if he
how
started
do you
painting
paint
again,
chrome?
you could sell his stuff through the channel because I feel
I
like
guess
your
that's
audience,
true.
Joe LaFaro would like that. I
I
think.
mean, it's amazing stuff. Here's a. I believe this is a Lincoln. Let me see if I get this right. This is look at that. That is what kind of car is that? It's a Pontiac, right? Yeah, it's a
When you
Pontiac.
guys are sitting on the balcony of your house in Fano, he can be sitting there painting and sipping on espresso.
Oh, yeah. Well, the whole
was
idea behind like getting a place that's big enough was this one did very well too. This is that motel.
Have you ever
Sun.
showed his paintings on the channel before? Let me guess.
No.
You're showing all the audiences and stuff, but no.
Well,
Hey,
yeah,
look at that one.
yeah, it's amazing. The bow of the stern, sorry, of the SS United States.
Yeah.
Now she's going to be sunk. There's some snow and ice on a front of a Mercury. Oh, that's crazy. He's really great at like ice and steel, and
that's very difficult.
It's very hard. Yeah, like look at the headlamp is crazy.
Water and steam and clouds and things like that. That's very difficult to paint.
Yeah, no, he's good. And then here's one for America. Hold on, America, save the United States.
Nice.
Yeah, this was the big one though. This was Cole Paul. This was huge. Everybody wanted that one. And I was like, I kind of wanted that one. He's like, yeah, but I kind of want the money. I was like, all right, well, then paint another one. Anyway, Ray coming in with 10 balloons. Al Pacino, please been a while. Dirk, we so lucky to have you. Thanks. And you and the eye bashers. What does that mean, Al Pacino?
He wants me to do Al Pacino.
Oh, do Al Pacino.
What? Which one? He wants
dealer's choice.
I'll just do fucking Heat again.
Go ahead.
Does this guy have any idea what's going on with this fucking kid? I'll just do they dumped us. What do you mean? They dumped us. What do you mean they dumped us? They dumped us. I had coffee with Macaulay half an hour ago. We were on you. Then he drove into the airport where we can't go because of flight paths. Our helicopters can't go because of flight paths. His car's still there, but he's gone. Does anyone have any fucking idea where these people are? Then he goes, you know what? Neil is gone. Bam! Flying like a bird. What do we got? What do we got?
That's the kicker right there.
Yeah.
The high part.
Bon voyage, motherfucker. You were good. I'm going to the hotel. I'm going to sleep for a month. Okay, you got it.
There you got it, Ray. Thanks. No Big Bang Boom. You just got it right there live.
Hey, you got your Big Bang Boom live.
And JHB coming in hard. 250s right off the top. We got Softcore TerraCorp at the start of the show, and Dino and Andrew and Ray and JHB. Happy Friday, guys. Nice to catch you live. Great to have you live on the show, pal. Very nice. Thank you, buddy. Give you the $50. That's mega super chat. Mega super chat 4. That one scares me, man. It's really scary. I so rarely use that one.
Yeah,
so scary.
Oh, somebody wants a ladies' Rolex. I did a Black Friday sale.
Did you?
I did.
What did you sell?
A lot of stuff at really reduced prices.
Everything must go.
Everything must go. You know what I did? I guess you missed it, but you're not a Tom Waits fan. But there's a great song.
I'm learning.
By Tom Waits. There's a great song by Tom Waits it's called Step Right Up, and it's The Salesman, and it's just brush snare drum with a shuffle and double bass, boom, 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 like this, and step right up. Everybody's a winner, bargains galore. That's right. You too could be a proud owner. The quality goes in before the name goes on. $0.1 of a dollar. We got service after sale. How about perfume? We've got perfume. How about an engagement ring? Some for the little lady, some for the little lady, some for the little lady. 3 for $1. He just does this whole thing. It's fucking brilliant. It gets funnier and funnier. He starts going out about a product. You don't even know what it is, but he's like describing it.
It's an art. Those guys.
Oh my God. It really is. Yeah. It's great. Yeah. He goes,
the greatest snake oil salesmen in the world are currently running the world.
Yeah. Well, currently, yeah. That's right. It fillets, it chops, it dices, it slices, it never stops. Lasts a lifetime. It mows your lawn. It picks up the kids from school. It gets rid of unwanted facial hair. It gets rid of embarrassing age spots. It delivers a pizza. It lengthens and it strengthens, and it finds a slipper that's been enlarged under your couch for several weeks. And it plays a mean rhythm master, and it makes excuses for unwanted lipstick on your collar. And it's only $1. Step right up. It's only $1. Step right up.
I'm gonna have to. That sounds great, because I love those people that can do that.
It's not completely satisfied mail back unused portion of the product for complete refund of purchase. Price of purchase. Step right up. Please allow 30 days for delivery. Don't be fooled by cheap imitations. He just keeps going on, man. It's fucking great.
So what's it called? Step Right Up. Okay. What album is that on?
Oh shit! Is it on? What's it on? I was going to say Bone Machine, but it's way earlier than Bone Machine.
I have Bone Machine, so I would know that song. It's the one Tom Waits album I purchased.
Oh fuck!
Because every girl I know is like, you don't like Tom Waits? I love Tom Waits. I'm like, because girls tend to love great poetry. They do.
And it removes embarrassing stains from contour sheets. That's right.
Embarrassing stains.
And it entertains visiting relatives, and it turns the sandwich into a banquet. Tired of being late for the party?
Banquet.
Change your shorts, change your life, change you into a 9-year-old Hindu boy, get rid of your wife. He's just riffing. It's not even real lyrics. He's just riffing. You can tell he's just riffing in the studio. And the guys in the control room must have been on the fucking floor with him just doing it. And you can hear him smoke a cigarette while he's up for
we wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, the U-67, and he's like, this kind of stuff. And it walks your dog, and it doubles on sex. It's just great. So anyway, I was doing one of those, and I guess people are buying some stuff. Someone bought.
It's Christmas time.
Yeah. So I guess somebody wants this my friend's Rolex.
I saw that on your show the other day. That's the Two-Tone Ladies date just, right?
Yeah. Let me show it again, because there's something about Rolex that just shines in a way that other watches don't shine. What is it? How do they do steel? Look at that. Do you see the difference on the dial? That creamy pink. Anyway, somebody wants it, so I'm gonna sell it.
Oh, really? That's
somebody wants to buy it.
I love that box, though.
Yeah, I like the vintage.
Why is that so much nicer than the one now? Because I hadn't seen my Rolex box in a while, and you asked me to go get the info on it, so I did, and I was like, I haven't been in here in a long time, because it's in the cabinet and everything. Because what are you going to do with the boxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this is so cool, and then I see that box, and I'm like, it's a little bit more luxury back then.
Yeah, they were more luxury, and they had accessories like you could buy a Submariner back in the day. You got a little. What is the thing? Anchor. You got a little steel anchor.
Oh, is that so? I didn't know that.
Submariner, yeah. If you get a full set of the vintage Submariners, you get all the shit. You get a map of the world, you get a calendar, and you get an anchor. People pay a lot of premiums for the full thing,
for the stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a bottle of wine, because everybody's asking what wine am I drinking, because I started the show, and I'll be right back. Entertain the chips, as you know.
Y'all better super chat our dear Dirk, because now we're gonna get him drunk. Time to unwind. What is your favorite cheese? I have several favorites. So I love a stracciatella and I love a mozzarella. Here's the thing with mozzarella. I'll stay on the creamy side for a minute. We'll go to the hard stuff in a second. On the creamy side, stracciatella is wonderful, but in the mozzarella world, you have the famous buffalo mozzarella, okay? But keep in mind, I live in Italy, so it's way higher quality, way higher standard than most other countries, right? You don't have to spend a lot of money to have a really premium, beautiful piece of mozzarella in your mouth. The buffalo mozzarella di bufala, is a bit more expensive, but I prefer the cow, just the regular cow mozzarella. I just think it's lighter, it's easier to digest, it's just easier. Okay, so I go for that because I live in paradise here and all our shit is great. Okay, then there's the heavier one called burrata, which is kind of a buttery, heavier thing. And if you get the really good stuff in a restaurant, it changes your fucking life. It changes you into a 9-year-old Hindu boy, gets rid of your wife. Sorry, I'm just quoting Step Right. Burrata is a thing. It's its own thing. It's like it's a very impegnato. How do you say that? I can't speak English anymore. It's more of a, you have to dedicate time to a burrata. The buffalo mozzarella is lovely, but for me, regular mucca cow mozzarella, fantastic. Staying on the soft stuff, but getting a bit more potent. We're into Gorgonzola, Formaggio Verde, as they call it here. Jesus. And you have the sweet one and the bitter one, and I like the sweet one.
Oops.
Going over to the hard stuff, I love a Grana Padano, I love a Parmigiano. I don't like the 36 month, I like the 20. I'm just breezing through this fast. You can rewind if you need references, okay? The 24 for me is the breaking point. It's like whiskeys. When they're 30 years old, they're just ethanol. What's the point in buying a 21-year-old? Just go with a 12-year-old to 16 or 18-year-old whiskey. Otherwise, things are getting a little crazy. I'm the same with Parmigiano Reggiano. People are like, oh, I want the 36 month. I'm like, nah, it gets too powdery and soft. 24 months for me is the sweet spot. What else? I like a Pecorino. And then if we go over to France, where really shit gets high level, then all the French names are disappearing. It's late. I'm drinking. Let me
Brie, Camembert.
Camembert, not Brie. I'm not a Brie guy.
I like Brie.
I like Brie, but if they have
I like American cheese.
I like American cheese too. A Camembert, a proper French Camembert, absolutely. If you go to Ireland, a real sharp cheddar is a beautiful thing. You stick that on a burger and you can die a happy man. What else? I could keep going. Let's hear your favorite cheeses.
I like them all. I've rarely met a cheese that I don't like. I like all the Italian cheeses. Of course, I love Grana Padano and Parmigiano Reggiano.
Hard.
Yes.
What about soft?
I hate burrata. I think it's gross. I don't get it at all. I love mozzarella, but I don't get that. Like, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. You know, you cut it with the thing and it oozes out. I'm not a big fan of that at all.
Okay.
And it wasn't a thing until it just like became a thing. So I don't know what the story is with that. But I love Brie. I love Camembert. I love Gruyere. Ooh, I love Gruyere. I love that. I mean, I haven't really met a cheese. I tasted Limburger and I didn't hate it. It smells bad, but I thought it tasted good. I thought it tasted good, and I knew I was going to have a hard time with this.
One thing I don't like, I'm not so crazy about, is the Greek, the chalky kind of
feta
style. I'm not a when it feels like chalk in my mouth that's crumbling in a weird papery way. I'm not mad about that.
You had it in Greece though, right? And I'm sure it was better there because the exports are not great.
I had everything I could get my hands on in Greece, and honestly, I can't remember any of it because I was drunk always because I was constantly on ouzo. I was on ouzo.
Like
I had ouzo for fucking breakfast. It was just everywhere, and I was literally a smiling drunk for a week in Greece. But I did eat great food.
I don't particularly like. I love gorgonzola. I don't particularly like blue cheese. That's the truth. I really don't. I'll eat it, but I don't particularly like it. Now, blue cheese dressing to me is just like blah.
So here they have two types of gorgonzola. They have the dry one and the sweet one. You like the dolce?
I like them both.
Yeah. Okay.
I like them both. I like gorgonzola. I used to love to go to that restaurant down on McDougal Street that we used to frequent quite often, La Lanterna di Vittorio. And we would always get like Manchego and Parmigiano Reggiano and Piave and all those great cheeses. And we'd always get a double helping of the Gorgonzola Dolce because it was extraordinary. Today, I'm having a relatively inexpensive bottle. It's the Chateau Bellevue Marchand, a beautiful little Bordeaux from that appellation. And there it is. And it was only like $22 US, but you know,
let's have a look.
It looks good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It had a nice label. Baby. She's a baby. She's young, but it was highly recommended. Oh, very fruity. It's like a gorgeous Chianti that I had one time in the south of France. Oof, that's
Gabri. Don't talk food. My fridge is nearby.
Hey, Gabri. It's Gabri. Let's give him a bang.
Do you have a song for everyone?
I have songs for just about everybody. Just about. You don't have Gabri. That's based on Tangerine.
But it sounds like Handsome Joe.
No, that's the same era. That's from the song Killer Joe. Killer Joe. Fancy the John Hendrickson ditty from way back when. Made famous by the Manhattan Transfer in 1978. An incredible vintage album everyone should get. It's wonderful. Get it. Oh, that's good. Yeah. So yeah, I lift them. I'm not Mozart. I'm not creating melodies.
Hey, that's fine. I'm sure everyone's, again, you're very complimentary to everyone, which goes a long way.
Well, Joe, to be fair, is quite handsome, so Gabri Tangerine. Let's give you a big bang boom for that. Did I miss any big bang booms? The cheese one, right? That's the cheese. What you got? Cheese. Oh, happy. Okay, great. Cheese. The cheese conversation. I'll just do two. I'll do one for both. I'll do a nice one. I'll do the monks. Apparently, the Japanese are getting into cheese. Something dairy is not something that Japanese or the Asians do well. It's not something that they've really. I mean, they'll probably do it well, but it's not something that they've ever really had a history with. You don't go there for dairy. That's interesting. Yeah. But if the Japanese go after something, they're probably going to go after it in a pretty massive way, and it'll be of a crazy quality, like their whiskeys and their tech, their watch dials. They do things that are extraordinary. Stilton, says Nick Brooker. Yeah. That's
Stilton, stuff. I like a Stilton. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a blue cheese. Gabagool. I love this Gabagool provolone. I love provolone. I love it. And I so rarely ever buy it. And every once in a while you buy the brand called Oricchio, and that's the one that you want. And it's so great, man. I don't even put it on anything. I just roll it up and eat it. It's delicious. I love cheese, man. I really haven't met cheeses I don't like. Tangerine by Led Zeppelin. No, I'm talking about I think who wrote Tangerine? Tangerine song. Tangerine song. I'm not thinking of that one. I'm thinking about the original one. There's a song called Tangerine.
Did you ever listen to this is a left turn? Did you ever listen to Tangerine Dream?
Yes, of course I have.
Yeah.
Johnny Mercer is who wrote Tangerine. Of course, yeah, of course, yeah. Tangerine Dream, sure. They scored a lot of cool movies.
Yeah, Sorcerer and the first Terminator, I think they were in on.
Right.
I was into Tangerine Dream. I would sit, turn the lights off and listen to Tangerine Dream records. Fucking cool.
Did they do?
They were the first guys to do a dark concert where everybody got seated and there were no lights on the stage. They'd come out and people would applause, and then all the lights in the whole room would go off, and then the music would start. So you would sit in complete darkness for the whole show, which I thought was perfect, because what happens when you listen to Tangerine Dream is your mind starts inventing shit in your head. You make your own music video in your mind. That's what happens with Tangerine Dream, or with most music.
That's a very interesting thing. How about those restaurants that you go into that are completely dark and you're led to a table? They bring you food. I don't know. That's to me sounds the back room at the Squat and Gobble. No thanks. I want to know what's on the menu.
Yeah, I want to see what's on the plate. Thank you very much.
I love how he just missed that reference, but it was funny though.
I want to know what's on the menu.
No, it's like all the gay bars throughout the world, they have a room in the back and it's a dark room, and you go in there and it's like, whatever. Like that's, I'm like, that ain't happening. But everybody, it's a huge thing. And I'm like, people are like, you're not going in there. I'm like, no, I want to know what's on the menu. No,
gays are brave, man. You're brave as hell. I wouldn't be into that.
I'm not into that. I'm visual. But no. I mean, if you have heightened senses, and no, the answer to that is no. And I'm just like, I've told you guys that story, and I'm not going to repeat it on this show. But I mean, things I've seen as an observer, I'm just like, pew, pew. I'm the hell out of there, kids. I'm not that kind of girl. Sorry. No thanks. This is quite delicious, actually.
Yeah,
it's like a wonderful Chianti. This is very, very nice. Very, very, very nice. Wow.
Oh yeah, Gallery Max Richter. I saw, people on the floor sleeping. It's like they put Max Richter is he's composed some nice stuff, but yeah, I don't know about that. It gets he gets people in, there's little mattresses on the floor, and then you lie down. It's like, I don't know, but maybe.
Do you do yoga and go?
No, you listen to Max Richter. I mean, he's composed some amazing stuff.
I'm not familiar with Max Richter.
The end of Arrival. You've seen the film Arrival.
Oh, many times.
When it shows the daughter who gets leukemia and who's dying. The beginning of and viola music. That's Max Richter. And I used it in one of my videos about how the watch works at the very end. It's very touching,
Oh, okay. I'll have to check it out.
You can't play it, but you could listen to it.
No. I'm not going to play it now. I've learned my lesson. My lesson well. Thanks, Gabri. Hey, they call him Scotty Love. They call him Scotty Love. Scotty Love.
You know what? You should make a record for all these little themes you have.
Yeah.
Do it.
Another thing.
Okay.
But it's funny. I could do the best of the Basherdirk. It's just everybody's little 2-second, like, where is it? Softcore Terrico coming back for you.
That's what I'm saying.
Softcore Terrico, huh?
That's what I'm saying. There's a whole album.
I've got millions of tunes for everybody. Looks like I tuned in just in time for the family portion of the holiday special. You mean when I was talking about the dark rooms? The first time I had ever seen one of those things was in Portugal, in Lisbon. And these Portuguese queens were like, like Paul and I are standing against the bar like this, like flat, like what's going on here? And somebody's like, "Hey, are you Americans? Are you going to go into the room? It's all dark room." No, we're not going in there. We're not going in there. No. And I'm like, "Can we get back to the hotel now?" I got Brie with another €5. We only live once. Let's see how Melania assets. Please, I missed the original show.
Oh, Melania's assets. Yeah, we can't do that.
No, thank you. That was YouTube jail. I was actually thrown off stream for a week.
For a week, do you remember? That was awful.
For a week.
Oh my god, that was my fuck up.
Yeah, well, shit.
Because they were
movies. Because her breast assists were hanging out, and that's what it was. But meanwhile, we were just like a bottle of wine in, and we're like, oh yeah, remember when she was a hooker? Here's some pictures of it.
Which she totally was, by the way. I mean, she's a Epstein girl. She's an Epstein girl. He met her on the flight.
Oh yeah, he met her on an Epstein flight.
That's the first lady in the United States, guys.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? You know,
like pure crazy, weird nightmare.
Pure class. Close the door. Wait. Close the door tonight. Won't be coming home tonight.
Oh, nice.
That's a great album, man. Doesn't get any love the way it should get, but it's great. Every once in a while I can. You know, when you sent that picture of Bruce Dickinson to me today, it just reminded me of like who I had become as a human being. And then I put on that album. And I was like, this album sounds fucking amazing. That's why I love that shit so much. I put on the Number of the Beast.
Number of the Beast. That big scream.
Oh yeah.
The whole band are doing that, and he's going, over it.
It's the craziest scream ever.
I was 16 years old going, holy shit, this is amazing. Yeah.
He's a banshee. It's funny though, the way that record opens up. That's actually the Number of the Beast opens the second side. Everybody has it's the biggest record they ever made. But that album starts off with a song called Invaders, which they've never played live. That's the first song on the album, is that and people always think that that record is, because we don't have records anymore, so it's not like side A, side B, but it was a big thing back in the day where when we made records, you would sit around and talk about what's going to open up side A, up side. It was an art. People used to hire third parties to come in and to help them decide how to sequence a record.
The single is always the second song on the record.
Normally. Always 100%.
Yeah.
And then this one, it was, she's walking like a small child. Children of the Damned, amazing. I remember hearing that and going, because I was a Samson fan first. I had Shock Tactics and Head On, and I remember he's like, oh my god, he's joining Maiden, how's that going to work? And I heard that record and my head exploded. And I saw them about 8 times on that tour. It was incredible. To be young and so full of life and enjoying all the things that there are before life comes and ruins it all for you. It's atrocious. But yeah, that's that look, that picture. He sent this to me. I got a screenshot of it. It's really funny. Sent me this. I can't.
I sent it because I'm not going to say your serial number on your mill guest, but I was
no.
I wanted to
actually I can't play because
and there's a Number of the Beast in the middle of your serial number.
Yeah, there's a 666 in the middle of the mill guest serial number.
That
the Number of the Beast. Hell and Fire, Born to be Released. Man, the music of our youth was so furious and amazing and so live and energetic and real and live, and wasn't done to clicks and grids and auto tunes, and we got the real shit. I'm so glad. I'm so grateful for that.
I just saw a thing the other day. Taylor Swift, her new video, Ophelia, which is huge on social media. Everybody's doing the dance because she does a very particular dance, and it's a really well made video. What do you expect? It's $1 gazillion behind it. But sure. She was on Jimmy Fallon, and there's a lot of dancers in that video. You know, there's certain moments where there's like 30, 40 dancers behind her, but they can't disclose the song. They can't play the song because someone might record it and then it gets leaked. So she has this dance trainer who shows everybody the moves, and like goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and they all dance without the music playing. They don't know what music it's going to. Then they see the video 6 months later, and it's them dancing to this song. And it's like Taylor Swift explaining the process because they have to keep the music under wraps completely.
Even to the choreographers?
The
Somebody will
choreographer.
leak it.
No, the choreographer has the song.
But the dancers don't get
The dancers don't get to hear it. Nobody on the set gets to hear it.
She ain't Madonna.
And it's all in silence. So it's all like, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and there's no music, and they're all dancing away and doing the moves. Then you see the video a year later, and it's to the song, and it seems all perfectly choreographed. It is perfectly choreographed, but they never heard the song. The people dancing to the song never heard the song before that moment. Only Taylor did. And
is she the only person that ever had to do that? Because I mean, it just sounds preposterous to me. Like, because I've seen, like, you know, Lady Gaga's people rehearsing to one of her songs, and Madonna.
They like, probably do it with Lady Gaga now that she's
no, Abracadabra. That's her last big hit. They just did it. There's a
Abracadabra. I don't know. I'm just taking a wild guess. They probably have to deal with the same issue.
I think so.
Because the leaking of music is a problem, and Swift has the problem. I imagine Lady Gaga does. She's just as big.
No, I don't think she even is. Taylor Swift at this point. I mean, listen. You know what the problem? I went and I listened.
I fucking hate her now.
Well, she's not interesting at all. Not musically interesting. Not personally interesting. Nothing about her is interesting. So, what is it that keeps her as potboiler? How does she like? Because she's got a guy. She's gonna marry him. He's a hunk. He's a big star. You know, she's not going to be banging John Mayer or any of those, you know, any Corey Feldman, whoever she wants to bang. So what is keeping her in that zeitgeist? Sorry, I said zeitgeist. And he hates that word. And
I don't.
No, Paul does. He just walked in the door.
Paul.
And he's like, I don't, because I don't really understand where I'd use that without sounding like a douche. So yes, I'm like it almost makes me want to cringe just that she said because she doesn't. People don't make money off their records anymore. Like no one's really going to care if it gets leaked. It's actually bigger if she gets leaked.
You know how she does? She releases like 14 different versions of the same record.
She does,
and they all buy it. They buy all the versions so they can hang them on their walls, like true fans.
Well, I mean.
They don't even have a record player, and they buy the vinyl so they can hang it on their wall because it's part of a poster.
I don't know.
It's true fandom.
Yeah, I mean, I feel so sorry for you guys, that all you kiddies today. That's your. Madonna.
Our new girl over here is CMAT. She's everywhere. I'm sure you don't know who she is, but she's from Ireland. She's Irish, and she's great. And she just released a record called Euro Country, and it's kind of like Ireland pop meets country style music or whatever. CMAT, she's everywhere. She's the new Chapel Roan.
So this is my friend Steve, who has got his ear to the wall more than any person I've ever known. And he says there's 36 versions of her current record. You know what that just says to me? You're a whore.
Yeah,
you're a whore. You're just a cash grab. You're just trying to rip your fans off, as you did with dynamic pricing that you knew all about. Yeah. So don't pay that. I'm here for my fans. You know who's out for their fans? Pearl Jam. Bands like that fight the man, that fight Ticketmaster, that fight that thing. Those are the bands that do that. And like, I'm not a fan of Pearl Jam. However, I applaud those guys for the lengths that they went to stop that shit. You know, because it just, listen, it went on for so long. Like, think about Pop Mart and think about U2 360. It was partnered with, you know how old, remember when U2 had the Claw and they went around with that big stadium tour?
Yeah.
It was so long ago that, you know who sponsored that tour? Guess who the company was?
You're going to tell me.
BlackBerry.
Oh, wow.
I mean, oh shit, that was a long time ago, because BlackBerry doesn't have 50 cents. They don't even have a company. It's gone.
Yeah. I know. Do you have anybody in your life who still uses one? I know one guy.
No, I don't. I never did really though.
You
I
know
knew
who
one
uses
guy.
it? The guy who you know, when I did the modeling thing for Canali, and he has that big magazine. He's like he has an empire. That guy.
Really?
He still uses a BlackBerry. He
People
still
loved it
loves
for
his
the
BlackBerry.
keyboard, the QWERTY. It had QWERTY
He
on it.
wants to stay off the grid as well.
Okay.
Because when we took a selfie in Piazza San Marco and he came through, he was like, I was like, let's take a selfie. You're getting drunk. And I was like, let's take a selfie with our watches. And he had one of his fucking rare Daytonas on or whatever the fuck. And I had a Batman on. And he goes, but you can't, you can't post that anywhere. I was like, yeah, it's just for me, man. It's just for me. I'm not going to post it anywhere, But he still uses a BlackBerry because he wants to stay off the grid completely.
I mean, I understand wanting to stay off the grid. I mean, we're fucked because we're so on the grid. I mean, I'm not on Instagram really, or I don't pay attention to Facebook, but I do the YouTube thing. But it's a weird thing.
A friend of mine is flying in tomorrow, and she's I was like, you're coming into Venice. Can you pick me up an iPhone? Because they're cheaper. I'll save like.
Oh, you want the 17?
Yeah, I should just do it now. But if I can get it at the right price. So I was like, you'll save me like $500 if you can you go by the nearest Apple store and just grab one and stick it in your bag on your way over. And she hates it. She hates Apple.
Oh.
She's an Android person. She's like, you're in a cult. And I was like, I know. There's nothing I can do about it.
It's not like none of us know that.
Yeah, we know it, but we just
know it.
And then she was like, you don't understand. Like, I have what does she have? Android something or other. And she's like, I'm so free. And this is such bullshit. But she was like, I'll do it for you. So she goes into an Apple store. And I guess it was because it was, Thanksgiving. She had to get in line. There was a huge line. And they ask your information and your name and your phone number. And you have to sit down and wait for she was like, this is sick. Like, I want to just walk in and just buy the thing. Like, fuck off.
I'm not going to do
she
that.
left. She left.
I would.
She was like, I'm sorry, I can't do this for you.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Listen, at the end of the day, we're in this ecosystem, and that's the main problem. Because you and I are tech nerds, and we would jump to whatever technology we want. But unfortunately, there's an ecosystem that we're so in. With your photos and your music,
that airdrop shit. That
airdrop shit is just the greatest thing. I use it all day, every day. I use airdrop every fucking day.
I do footage on my phone and then I airdrop it to my Mac and it's straight into Final Cut Pro and I put it into fucking a video. And I'm like, it's seamless.
There's that. Oh, hey. As Steve would say, the longboats have been sighted and the evidence of war. I saw that, Steve. Has begun many Nordic fighting men, their swords and shields all gleam in the sun. Call to arms, defend yourselves, get ready to stand and fight. Because Judgment Day has come, so be prepared. Don't run. Stand your ground.
Jim Patterson says she wouldn't like the watch world. She is in the jewelry. She's bringing. You want to see the watches she's bringing. I'm gonna have to do a live stream. And Jim, anybody in the audience who's in the mood for buying something really high level, get ready because it's coming. You wouldn't believe the shit she's arriving with. All gold, everything gold pieces.
Yeah. You know what? You know what's not exciting is rich people flaunting their wealth. Not exciting.
She's flaunting the wealth of a guy who owns an oil company in North America.
More exciting.
And he's gone through a divorce and he wants to get rid of a bunch of his fucking collection. She has a bunch of it. I was like, I was just joking the other day. She was like, what do you think of these? You know more about watches than me. Because she knows a lot about jewelry and bags and, all that, Hermes and all that. And I was like,
I know far too much about Hermes bags. I don't know why that I do.
But I know. And I was like, you should
just Kelly 24.
You should jump a flight to Venice. And she was like, okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Should be here in 8 hours.
Oh, how great. She's taking the boat straight. Did you hook her up with a boat?
I'll go out and pick her up.
Oh, you go get her. Oh, that's cool. How fun is that? People who don't know how exciting that is when you land at the Marco Polo airport. It's fantastic. You get picked up by a boat. Don't do that thing with the bus because it's got to go all the way around.
Nah.
It's embarrassing.
I'll go out that way. I'll go
Yeah,
out
well,
that way.
sure.
But then I'll just
Yeah. You want to
bring
do
it
this?
around.
It's kind of a disgrace because you don't do the lagoon.
Yeah.
So every time I'm on the lagoon, like headed towards there, I always just go like this. I always go, yeah. Happy place. Happy.
Yeah, it's a
I have
nice way
so
to
many
live.
shots of us all being on various kinds of, boats going in and out of Venice, and it's just such a good. My first time was amazing. It's before I knew you, before I knew anything in the '90s, and we wound up like getting on the boat, and it's like there we are, like headed towards like the Doge's palace and the Campanile and all that stuff, and the picture, and I'm like this in the picture because you see it in pictures, you don't see it in real life, and it was pretty amazing stuff. Incredible. Dino says, I am connected in the Apple universe. Android phones are more advanced than Apple, but I don't care. Well, that's kind of us too. Android have many menus. Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, like you can customize Windows far better than you can with Mac OS and all that stuff. But you know what? Macs just work better. Especially for creative people. When I met this guy, he was fluent in both, and I was not fluent in Mac at all. I had just bought my first Mac, my Mirador G4. And he was like kind of instructing me on how to get into the Apple world because I had come from a Sony Vaio scenario. And I was like, oh shit, Apple just bought the software that I used to make my music. And he was like, oh, come over. And he lived around, he only lived 2 blocks from me. So I went over there and you had that big 30-inch cinema display. I think you had it already by that time. And I was like, oh, this is beautiful. And I drank the Kool-Aid because shit just worked. They didn't even have AirDrop, but they had other things. Do you remember?
I wasn't a big Mac guy. I was a big PC guy.
Yeah, so was I back in the day.
And then I eventually just started using Macs because they were being used. In the end, for buying and selling computers, Macs were way more lucrative. It was like selling Rolex.
Sure.
Selling PCs.
Apple
selling
is the
PCs
Rolex
is
of
like
computers.
selling Hublot or selling, I don't know what it's like selling, but selling Macs is like selling Rolex. They were a hot item. It was easy to sell a Mac. So I just,
AP Lee's, thank you. Hey, AP, we get you. Cute. Which one's easier for dumb people? Apple. It's idiot proof.
Yeah.
All the Macs are idiot proof. It's just the shit you think is gonna happen happens. Pretty much. I love this. You know how to stick a dagger in our heart, don't you? Right?
Airbus A320.
Yeah,
because they all got grounded because of software.
Yeah,
that was tonight. Yeah.
Well, it's not called the flying laptop for nothing. Airbus pilots call it the flying laptop because they don't get to fly the plane.
Yes, they do. I was in the cockpit.
Well, yes, but a lot of it is pre-programmed, and it won't let you as a pilot. It will override certain inputs from pilots.
Oh, sure.
Because of
I can tell you one thing: takeoff and landing was very manual.
Okay, well that's cool.
It was so like manual. Arriving at JFK was very manual, and I was like, damn, this is crazy. Because I had the headphones, I could hear everything they were saying.
That's so good.
It was a fight for the fucking strip.
For the gates and the strip, right?
Oh my God, they wanted that gate so fast, so hard. And there was Virgin Airlines. They were like, oh, we're late and we want that. And they were like, no. And it was I was like, oh my God.
They fight for
the strip, for the landing strip, so they can get to the gate. Otherwise, it's another 40 minutes for everyone to wait.
Well, they get in trouble by the airline because how
there's a war between the companies and the pilots. Pilots are like, they're treated badly. Like well,
they're not paid badly. They're just treated badly.
They should be treated like kings.
Well, of course they should.
Our lives are in their hands.
Their lives are in their hands. Of course they should be.
But they don't.
If they are 1 minute.
My guy picked me up at the house, and we went over and he parked his car, and it was the parking lot farthest away from the airport. We had to walk 15 minutes to get into the airport. I was like, why aren't you right next to where you need to be? He goes, no, we don't get treated like that. we're at war with the company. It's like there's a lot of politics going on. I'm like, fucking hell.
Jet linked to Israeli spyware tycoon delivers surveillance tech from the EU to notorious Sudanese militia.
Oh,
Isn't
geez.
that just so charming?
We love it.
Don't blame the
We love it.
Israelis for surveillance software. Come on, you guys.
Well, they don't know. They don't do any of that.
They don't do any of that. Oh my god. Hey Brad, what is your favorite passenger plane to fly? And we'll take a wild guess. And I haven't been on. I mean, I'm dying to get on the 747-8, and the only people that have it that I could get on for any reason, because I'm not going to Asia anytime soon, is Lufthansa.
But what about the 787? What about the?
I've been on those.
Okay.
What the 777X?
What about the Dreamliner?
I've been on that. I've been on a shitload of those.
Okay.
Those are cool. I've been on the 8, the 9. They're good. They're cool, but they're just they're smaller twin aisles. They're not as big as 767s. They're economical. The 787 and the A350, which I've not been on, which is the Airbus A350, which is the most popular airplane in the world right now for its fuel economy. It's basically Airbus's answer to the 787. It's highly successful. It's not as successful as the Dreamliner, but the very last 747 that was released and probably forever was the 747-8, and very few airlines have them. There's tons of cargo versions, which obviously you know somebody in cargo. It's passenger. The 747-8i, which is called Intercontinental for passengers, is only Lufthansa, Korean Air, and that's about it. There's one other person that has that.
You guys are asking questions about aircraft, and you have no idea how much this fucker knows about these.
You're watching OnlyFans, and I'm watching some Boeing porn, baby.
Have you been on an A380?
I have not.
I have not.
Paul has been on it twice with Lufthansa.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. He's been when we played in Germany. I flew the company flew us out, and Paul got his own tickets, and he flew on an A380 to Frankfurt, and he said, quote, it was the quietest plane he worked for TWA. He's an aircraft nerd times 10.
Okay.
The quietest aircraft. He goes, you can't even feel when that plane is taking off.
This is a fucking big boat.
It's a monster, and it's
like a Lincoln Town car in New York.
It's a Lincoln Town car. She's ugly. Listen, the 747 is so beautiful and graceful. She's the queen of the skies.
Yes.
That's like the horror of the skies. She's like ugly and used, and she looks terrible. She's got a snub nose. It's not a great looking plane, but it's so big, man. It's big. Oof.
Monster, yeah.
It's a monster thing. I mean, 747-8. Like, I'm missing the other. Who else has a 747-8? Korean Air has them. Lufthansa has them, and that other Chinese airline. What is it called? Not China Air. The other one. But nobody bought it. The American carriers. The American carriers are not buying the 777X. Because it's got the winglets that do this. That do that. And they did it on purpose. And this 777 is one of the most reliable, most incredible aircraft ever built. Everybody loves to fly them. The pilots love them.
I've been on one.
You've been on several of them. Anytime you flew American, you flew those across the pond.
777? No, 767.
No.
On American for years, 767.
To where?
To New York from Heathrow.
Those
So
are
always 767 for year, and we're going back years.
You're talking about post 2000.
Around 2000 and a little bit post.
Those are all going to be 777s.
They weren't 777s when I was on them, so I don't know what.
I don't remember.
I just remember the equipment.
Well, I'll tell you what American flew.
I was like, oh, I know that plane.
What American flew before they had the 777 was MD-11s and DC-10s from JFK to Gatwick or Heathrow. That was the plane back in the day. The 767 American, I know Delta still flies the 767-400 to Delta's got a lot of those things. American got rid of those kind of like in the early 2000s, late 2000s. Because I used to do that route all the time. Did you hear about the guy who had a heart attack on 106? Anyway, this is a private conversation because we know all the flight numbers from New York. It's stupid. Did you hear what happened on 106? Anyway, that's my favorite aircraft.
When I was flying, when I flew with the lads in the cockpit, it was great because I was with him before the flight. So it wasn't just the flight that was like kind of astonishing to be up front like that. It was like before he had his iPad and he was getting information in real time about what track they were using. I didn't know there were tracks over the Atlantic.
Oh yes,
yeah. So we're on track B, and then he gets to check the weather, and I was like, oh my god, this is so manual. It's fucking freaking me out, you know. And he was keeping me up. He was educating me. He wasn't just. He could have just been like, oh, have a coffee, you know. But he was like, oh, this is what we're doing, and this. Oh, so I just got this info. This is where we're going, and blah blah blah. So he was showing me all this stuff in real time on his iPad. And then he was introducing me to other pilots at the coffee place. He was like, I will grab a coffee, and there were other pilots that he'd be like, oh, this guy flies American and this guy flies British or whatever. And like shaking hands with these lads. They're just getting coffees, you know, the pilots there.
Sure.
And I was so hands-on. It was really, really interesting stuff, you know. But
if you ever listen to the transatlantic stuff, you hear them talking about it.
And then he goes, listen, I'll see you at the gate, because he has his way to go, and I've got to go the other way.
Sure.
And he goes, I'll see you at the gate. He goes, don't board until very, very last. Wait till absolutely even the reserve, the people on standby have gotten on, then you get on. Okay, it was very specific. And he goes, go over to that store and buy a bunch of fucking chocolate for the ladies.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Whatever you say, sir.
Yeah. I just followed the rules, and I got on with a bunch of, and the ladies were like, it was almost like they expected. They were like, oh, thanks very much, and you're over there, and this is your seat, and we'll put you. And the boys were just like, but there was a bit of technical trouble if they had to reset the plane. The computers fucking froze, so I had to reset. It's like rebooting. Control-Alt-Delete. It was basically Control-Alt-Delete, and they put me in a room just behind where the bags were and stuff. And they were like, "Just wait there for a minute, because we have to deal with the guys in
they have to pull the
yellow jacket guys."
After that?
You know the guy, they pull the power out of the plane.
They have to pull the power out of the
plane. All the power went off on the
Yeah.
plane.
All right,
So
can't reset this
complete reset.
Yeah.
And then they power it up again. It's like, oh my god! And then it was like a catch me if you can.
That's exactly what it is.
Are you my deadhead? When they pull out the seat, it was that I was sitting in that seat.
We're heading to Los Angeles.
And Captain Mr. 4 Stars, he was like, listen, lovely to meet you, Oisín. I've heard a lot about you. He goes, you can sit back and you have a seat back there in the plane, or you can sit up with us. You can't go between, so you can either sit up here or you can go back there. You make your decision now. I'm happy to have you up front if you want. And I was like, I'm not going to miss out on the chance. The seat was like 12 inches. My big ass.
It's not luxury.
It was not.
It's jump seat, baby. You're in a jump seat.
I was in the jump seat, and I was like, oh, fuck it, I'm taking. I don't care. Where am I going to have this again in my life? And it was one of those moments when you're just like, you know what? What did I do? I had this thought about like starting a watch channel, and now I'm in the front of a fucking A330. What has happened? Like, it was a weird, sono commosso, as they say in Italian. I'm touched. It was like an emotional moment. Like, what the fuck have I done to deserve this?
So what is that phrase? I never heard that phrase before.
Sono commosso. If you say that to an Italian, they'll be very impressed, because that's a very...
So this is why Italian drives me crazy, because when I think of touch, tocco, toccare, so now you're using
commosso, I'm touched inside.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. And let me tell you a funny little quip. I said that many, many years ago when I first came to Italy. something happened, and I was like, sono commosso, and they were like, how the fuck, that's crazy. He doesn't even speak Italian. He says sono commosso. You know where I heard it? I heard it in Amadeus, the film, Milos Forman's film, when he goes, grazie signore, sono commosso. Sono commosso is like, I'm touched.
I'm touched.
Somebody gives him a gift, Mozart, and he goes, sono commosso. And I remembered and I used it, like trying to be the big shot. You know, I didn't fucking clue what I was talking about.
That was like me going, Ci vediamo.
Yeah. But
in 1999, I'm like, grazie mille, ci vediamo.
And one of the producer guys, Piero is his name. He was like, that's nice. That's a nice thing to say, Oisín. Nice thing to say. Sono commosso.
So I just recently watched Amadeus. Tell me where that was. Like, who got touched? Who was it?
It's Mozart. I believe somebody says, "Oh, here's a gift from," or "This is a transcription of your music," or some offering, and he goes, "Grazie, signor."
No, it's Salieri when he says he did an interpretation of his work, and he
might be Salieri,
and it was way better.
Oh yeah,
he was embarrassed in the end.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm so that's right.
It's like I'm humbled and touched.
Right. I'm humbled.
Together.
Right. And he was so humbled to get like his ass handed back to him.
Yeah.
He goes, well, that's not quite right now, is it? How about this?
Yeah, that scene, maybe.
It's a great one. Oh God.
So I took the front seat. Of course I did. I was like, what the fuck?
I
could sit in comfort back there. But another thing was a factor. I didn't get a first class seat. They gave me like 25B or something.
Yeah.
It was a regular seat.
There. So but they probably made you go back there for certain periods, right?
No.
Oh, you stayed the whole time?
Oh, no. The moments you decide you're up front, you are up front. And moments I had to go to the restroom, they had to call staff. They opened the door, and a member of the staff has to stand in there, and they wait for you to come out.
Locked.
And I was like, you know what? I have stuff in my bag. And they were like, you can't get your bag. Your bag's on the seat back there. Until we land, you're not seeing your bag. And I was like, I got a little worried. I was like, someone could just grab my bag. There's watches in there. But then I got a little paranoid. I was like, what am I going to do? But they were like, there is no other. Once you're up here, you're up here. It's probably since 9/11.
It's 100% then.
Yeah.
Now, had you been in a bigger aircraft, because that's what Aer Lingus has. The bigger aircrafts, they have jacks in right behind the cockpit.
Well, it was right behind the cockpit. The A330.
Yeah, but no, before the security door. So you're like, there's a bathroom within.
It's right. I literally stood up, and it was right there. They just
but you had to go through the
security. Oh, you know, in the cockpit.
It's in the cockpit. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Those
are they have to figure out ways to do that. I mean, listen. Now they just came out with a brand new door that they're going to retrofit almost every aircraft with, because even so that those things are locked. I mean, listen, anything could pop that thing open pretty much. There's now going to be this almost impenetrable door unless you set off a giant bomb.
You know, they have a system. Like every 30 minutes, the staff have to call in to make sure everything's cool.
Yeah, to make sure nobody's dead.
Yeah. And they have there's a code for the door, and they have like a little system where they have to, they figure it all out. It's pretty heavy.
Yeah, the code at the beginning of the flight is not the code at the end of the flight. They changed it.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. But it was interesting because they came in, and obviously the boys can have anything they want, right? And they're getting the first class meal, the same as the first class passengers. But I didn't get it. They were like, boys, fish or meat, or whatever. But then I didn't get to choose. They were like, whatever's left, you're getting. I was like,
no, that's okay. Listen, you were there for the experience, and they're like, chicken or fish? You're getting the chicken.
Yeah, you're getting whatever the fuck is left over, dickhead. I was like, fine. I was just keeping my head low, like, yes, sir.
Exactly.
Please, sir. Thank you very much, sir. That was me. Because, dude, fucking take off. When you're up 5,
I've done it, man.
You've done it because
when I was
you
a
have
kid,
those
I was like every flight. That's
But,
been
like-
never as an adult. Never
Yeah,
as an adult.
yeah.
I mean,
So
last time
this
I did it, I was
is
probably
special, man.
15, and it was like probably like a 747 or an MD-11, or actually not even an MD-11. It was a DC-10. Brad Cozier. By the way, everybody so I did some research for any of you guys that have your look at Gabri. Look at Gabri. See, look how he did that at Gabri. What he did was he went to youtube.com/handle. That's singular, not handles. youtube.com/handle, and you can go fix what they just implemented here. So Brad, so you don't have to be at Brad Crozier -W3.
You figured that problem out.
I did.
Oh man, God bless
So you can go in there and you can fix that. So you could just be Brad Crozier from now on. I flew on Air Canada 707 in the mid-70s. Let me tell you something, man. My entire youth, Brad, was Aer Lingus and American Airlines 707s, because I'm an old fart. So we flew on all of those, and they were like little skinny narrow bodies, and they were great though. It was more elegant in those days. There wasn't really tourist or coach. It was nice. And like, I was a kid, so what did I care? They gave me color forms, and they give you fun stuff to play with, and wings. Everybody got wings. But 707s, listen, I think the 747-100 is the most beautiful bird ever made. The other variants are gorgeous, but the original 747 is the most beautiful. But right after that, the 707, and especially in the BOAC livery, is the most beautiful commercial plane ever built. I mean, the 707 in BOAC livery, oh my God, it was so gorgeous. And that, of course, became British Airways and all that stuff. Let me pull that up if I can. Let me see. So 707 BOAC. Sometimes you can get lucky on the Google machine. Oh, so beautiful. Such a pretty bird, man. Such a beautiful bird. Yeah, I'll pull it up. He's going to go fix his handles right now. Here you go. Boom. Oh, motherfucker. Why did you do that? It won't let me do it. Hold on. I can do this. Look at that thing. Ugh. That's an aeroplane, man. 744 engines. Beautiful. I don't think. Let me see if they allow me to do this. Pop it out. 747. Because it never really made it to this. Well, I guess it did. Oh man, look at that thing. Oy vey me. Okay, I take it all back. That's the most beautiful plane ever built in the history of the world. Look at that thing. That's actually that is a 200. That must be a retro livery. Did BOAC did British Airways do a 747-400 in a BOAC livery retro? Because there it is. I'm looking at it right now, and it is beautiful. But I don't actually think that that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Thank you, Scotty Love. They call him Scotty Love. My dad loved flying on the DC-10s and 747s. My dad too. In the late 70s and early 80s, he flew all over the place. Yeah, likewise. Listen, pilots loved the DC-10s, but pilots did not love the MD-11, because they had implemented so much new security and computerization, and it just drove them absolutely nuts. And that's what happened, Unfortunately, what are you going to do? But my whole life growing up, American Airlines used to fly 747-100s from New York to Los Angeles. I mean, things you wouldn't think that they would do, because they were just burning fuel, burning oil. Nobody cared. It was the Reagan administration. Nobody gave a shit. And then when people started worrying about the price of fuel and all that stuff, and when I was a kid, it was 707s and then DC-10s. MD-11s didn't come to the MD-11. Not a successful aircraft. It was right before McDonnell Douglas got bought out by Boeing. It had a lot of problems. Don't forget Swiss Air, and it wasn't the aircraft's fault. It was the entertainment on demand. It was their systems for all the screens that caused that Swiss Air flight crash. And the MD-11 got blamed for it, but pilots didn't care for it. They wound up becoming freighters for FedEx, and unfortunately, that most recent aircraft that in Louisville that crashed was a UPS MD-11, which is really, really, really sad. You know. Yeah. Scotty Love says, "I love a 707s. Well, it's the jet age, man. You know, it's the jet. I know that there were jets before there. We all know what happened to those. Sorry, Brits. You know, those beautiful de Havillands. The Comet was the first commercially, available jet, and the windows were square. The glass is square. Was it the chair is round and the glass is square? De Havilland aircraft fell out of the air." That was a quick one, right? So yeah, the de Havillands, they had a lot of pressurization problems, but the 707 was the first big time example of a jet aircraft. And of course, it went on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever, and it was brilliant. And but if you ever see any of those things take off nowadays, you see the sludge that comes out of those engines, the amount of emission. They were the dirtiest birds ever. It's black soot being expelled from those four engines. They were really bad for the environment. And they complained about the Concorde. My God. It added a weird at the end, says DG, Danny Gutierrez, but closer to the original GG. We wanted the original GG. Scott 8, 1968. I'll be you, you be me. LOL. Let me go back and see what everybody was talking about. Hey, at K-Dids, I can't believe that on the mid-side to large planes, they don't have a bathroom in the cockpit yet. Only on the big ones. It's a joke that they actually have to leave the secure. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
How big do they have to be?
Well, like 777s, MD 747s, and A380s. Yeah, the big ones. And it depends on the airline too. Because listen, airlines have full control over configuration. We just got super nerdy on stuff. You want to see a sexy ass plane? Hold on. You want to see a sexy ass plane? Look at this cunt. Oh God. That's the BOAC livery, the pre-British Airways. Oh, with the Speed Bird. Look at the Speed Bird on the tail. Oh,
that's
British overseas
747-8, yeah.
That's a 747-400.
Oh, it's a 400.
They must. Well, they listen. There's no such thing as BOAC. Obviously, what they did was like what American does, and they went back.
The head is very long in that.
Yeah, it's a 400. They went in and they did a retro livery. British Airways did a commemorative retro livery. Oh. Have you seen the new? Let me pull it up. American Airlines is doing. Hold on a second. A retro livery. Okay, where is it? Images. It's sexy as fuck. They just put it out there. What did they put it on? A 787, Paul? What did the American just did the retro livery on what airplane? 787, right? Come on, news. They just did it the other. Oh, here it is. Okay. So American Air. Oh, it's really old. So American Airlines let me kill that. Just announced their centennial celebration. So what did they do? They unveiled their new livery, which is going to be the old lightning bolt configuration. They're going to paint a bunch of aircrafts with the original orange lightning bolt. Very Milgauss, isn't it? Mm-hmm.
Very Milgauss.
And look at that's going to be.
Is it just the steel, the chrome?
Well, they can't do the chrome anymore because planes aren't made out of metal anymore. Look at that. Oh, look at that. There you go. This is an animation. You getting that? You are. Look at that. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not a 707 or whatever, but how cool is that?
That's very Milgauss.
Very Milgauss. Yeah, that was that American Airlines livery. The registration number on the tail, that is inaccurate. American never had that. It said American lower on the tail than that, but they had the fin color, and so this is obviously they're goofing around. Oh, there's an original one.
Wow, look at that.
That's what American Airlines used to look like. But that's their new business class. Looks sexy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I won't get in. Oh no, that's forwards.
No. Yeah, I never flew backwards. American did have a reverse.
British Airways have some of that shit. It's terrible.
Yeah,
The configuration is fucking awful in some of their first.
I am not a big fan of that in any way, shape, or form. Flying backwards, not a thing for me at all. Let me get out of here. There you go. But fun stuff. I'm gonna take a pee break. I'll be right back.
Okay.
What are you having? Some dinner?
Finally eating, so I haven't eaten a thing all day.
I don't think I did either. What did I have? I went to a restaurant with Rose, my sister Carrie, and my brother Chris. We went to New Jersey and we went to a restaurant. It was just like a how you doing kind of New Jersey style restaurant, but like, they put out breadsticks, which were actually not bad. And we had some I had some pasta, and it was like that. It was fine. But I remember like thinking I was hungry today because Paul wasn't home all day, and I looked and I saw the leftovers. Like, well, I certainly don't want any of that. Anyway, I'll be back. Pee break.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Eating. Okay, dudes. I'd love the backward seats. My problem on British is some of the business class, you're like, I don't know, you're sitting looking at someone else. Like you're backwards and they're forwards and you're right next to each other, and strange. I definitely got the feeling from the British business class that it was, I can't remember the equipment, but I remember thinking they've stuffed as many people as they can into business. And that doesn't feel very business. I like the Irish business because there is no Irish first. It's just premium. That's what it's called. And it's very nice. I've flown that many times. And I enjoy that. It's not over the top. It's not Qatar or whatever. It's not like crazy gold everywhere, but it's just it's all you need. It's a seat that goes all the way back and a nice, cubicle thing. And if it's a couple, you can sit next to each other and kind of enjoy a movie together or whatever. And they're great with the booze, man. The fucking Aer Lingus. They love you. If you're up front and you say, listen, bring me the wine, they'll bring you the bottle. It's unofficial, but they'll get talking to you and they'll fucking, I've been handed the bottle many times. They're just like, yeah, you take care of yourself there. Fill up as much as you want. It's fucking great. But yeah, last time I went British, I went from, it was JFK to Milan or to Venice or something. And it was horrible. No, sorry, it was through Heathrow. I didn't like it at all. I would have preferred just to sit back in coach and have my own seat where I'm not staring at other people. It's awful. It's like proper uncomfortable, I have to say. What are you going to do? Dean M3. And you are Dean, so you should do what Dirk says there to fix that name. Wishing, what is happening with the hair? What? Flat looking today. Change shampoo. No, I don't know. My hair does whatever it wants. I have no power over my hair. The hair has power over me, my friend. It's out of my control. Gabri, check PayPal. Okay. Thank you, Gabri. Did you want one of the watches? Oh, I think I saw that actually. Sorry, man. I've just been distracted. Which one did you want to buy? A lot of notifications from people. Okay, there you are. Which one? Cool, man. Does it say which one? Is there a note? You let me know which one you want. Oh, you want the tarantula? Oh, yes. That is cool. You bought the best one, man. I'll say it unofficially now because I think I can because I've done a lot of advertising for Atwick. That is the best of a lot of them. That's the reason why I held on to it. Yeah, you bought the best one. the tarantula.
What I miss?
Jim Patterson's Zelos. No, you want the Zelos? But this thing is, it's a lot of money for the Zelos thing. But I'm giving it a half price. Gobbery
Nice.
bought the tarantula.
Oh, hey, Gallery.
So I'm gonna put it on the wrist for the last time.
Gallery. Yeah, put it on.
I
Show
won't
it
be
off.
able to
Show
put
it
it
off.
on ever again.
Show it off to the.
It was my favorite of the. I've had so many Atawaks in the house, and it's my favorite of a lot. I gave away one last night because I did a Thanksgiving stream last night where I was giving away pieces.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I did it like a big.
Did you use Did you use the StreamYard?
I didn't. I just used my usual system, but I did my movie quotes thing.
Oh, movie quotes. Okay.
So it worked great, and I got a big thing from Mirage. Oh, Mirage sent me like, I don't know, it's a fucking box 4 foot high of stuff, and so it was like a load of rolls and stands in there and stuff. So I gave away a couple of those, and so they were giveaways, but I wasn't going to give away like really like expensive stuff. So this is the only Atawak that I think is worth it. Sorry, let me get rid of that for a sec, and then do this. I have it on the black strap here. This is the tarantula. These things are 2,000 from Atawak. Check this thing out. It's fucking wild. Feel that?
Oh wow, that's really cool though.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks so Klingon.
It's very Klingon's futuristic. It's got
so
deep reds in the background. Yeah, it's like a whole different way of reading the time,
Yeah. That's a great looking watch.
Isn't it?
That's cool. What size is that?
Oh, I don't know the dimensions.
No, is it on you? It looks like a 42, probably.
Yeah, but it's funny shaped, so it's hard to.
Cool.
It's hard to tell.
It's almost like a tono, sort of, kind of.
To know, yeah.
To know.
It's got a red strap as well. I'll include everything for Gobbery.
Scotty H, 1968, and that $20. The Bears won. If anyone cares, who cares? Who cares? American football. I've tried, my friend. I've tried.
The Bears.
Congratulations. I'll give you a big bang boom for that. Big bang boom, schmack-a-ma-gob. Let's give you cowbell. Congratulations, Gabri. That's so cool.
Did you have a nice Thanksgiving, by the way?
But we went. I told you we went with my sister and Rose, and we went to the Jersey restaurant. What did I have?
Was okay.
It was yesterday. I had radiattore, right? I had that. We had breadsticks. I had a caponata, eggplant caponata, and then I looked at the wine list and I was like, this guy who was our waiter, his name was Joe, and he was a cater waiter. He had never waited on tables per se in a restaurant, and he was a comedian. And he said, "Oh, I do all this stuff at all these places." I gave him some. He was terrific. Some guy dumped a whole bottle of like some kind of sauce on him, and we saw it happen in real time. And he was just covered in schmutz. He looked terrible, and he was just such a great guy. And I was like, call my friend Pete Burdett. Next time you go down to the Comedy Cellar, go see the guy outside. Tell him you're my buddy, and tell him you want to get a slot, because my friend's been running that show at Comedy Cellar forever and ever. Pete Burdett, the guy outside, the barker outside.
Oh,
I've known him my whole life, and he was a terrific guy. And I said to him, "This wine list is kind of. Do you have a different wine list?" Because it was just like, blah. So I picked the fanciest wine they had, which was $15 a glass, which was like, this isn't going to be good. Okay. And it was just some kind of candy cane taste.
How come you went there?
Because we needed to go somewhere in New Jersey because my sister didn't want to drive, so we drove out to her, and it was fun. Road trip for Rose, and it was fine. The
I
traffic
probably
was
was.
until we got to the George Washington Bridge, there was literally no traffic whatsoever. We got stuck for about 20 minutes, half an hour in traffic, and then it was clear sailing. And it was like, it looked like a hacienda, what people in America think Italy looks like, it looked more like Italy in the Epcot Center. That's what it looked like.
Okay.
And, it was fine. It was not terrible in any way. I got Rose fettuccine Alfredo because she loves cheese and pasta, and she liked it. But it was fine. We had a very nice time, and it was enjoyable.
Good.
It was the first time anyone in my family's ever been in a restaurant for Thanksgiving. But things have changed.
Okay. Yeah.
Things have changed.
Yeah.
We don't have a particular destination anymore, so we're trying to just get used to that. And I can't wait till we all have some interesting things happening right now on the other side of the pond. Very, very interesting, and I'll let everybody know about that later on.
Okay.
But there's some seriously interesting information happening.
That's wonderful. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting. Like today was this afternoon was majorly exciting. And like I just want everybody to come on the holidays and come visit us when we're over there.
You should still do Thanksgiving, even though nobody does it here.
Totally do that. Of course we will, because I'll be grateful. You know why? I'll be grateful because I'll be in Italy.
Yeah, I'm thankful for this $13 bottle of Barolo that I'm enjoying.
Yeah, I just bought this $13 bottle of Barolo, which would cost me $75 or $100 in the US. And
I couldn't do anything there was no transport or anything today. Italy's on strike again.
Shoparo.
Yeah,
that's
forgot
great.
the whole country this time.
For what reason? For Palestine?
Yeah.
I saw that was about to happen.
Yeah.
I saw it was about to happen.
I couldn't get a boat or a train or anything.
Look at Gabri. Ray. Gabri bought the tarantula for a friend. No end to his generosity. Respect. Did he do that?
Was Gabri buying it for a friend or for him? But I guess, did he mention it in the chat? Go look.
Oh, okay. Let me take a look. I was away for that. Oh, it's for a great friend. Gabri.
He's great.
What are we gonna do with you? You amazing.
He must have a friend who likes that futuristic stuff. I suppose the only other one that's kind of futuristic is the Zelos, the Damascus steel like see-through thing. That's probably good for someone like that too.
Oh, wow. Gabri, you're ridiculous, man.
That's nice though. Like that'll be a very interesting conversation piece for his friend.
I mean, this guy, you are such a beautiful, generous basher, man. Thank you so much. I'm going to give you Lenny for all of your kindness. Amazing. Guys, the humanity is not dead, my friends. Oh, look at that.
There's the
get your mug out of the way and we'll get to see it. Oh, look at that. Oh boy. That's a cool looking one.
See-through, complete.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
This thing is hey, Zelos are very respected in the watch world. Yeah.
Indeed.
It was cool filming this because it's so see-through. Where's my footage of it?
Pull that shit up.
Yeah, here it is. I can share it. That it was when you change your focus, you can actually see the background through it, which is weird. Let me play this.
Look at you in front of the Rialto Bridge.
Rialto, yeah, it's a very obvious.
In front of the Rialto Bridge.
Look, it's number 20 of only 75 made.
Oh wow!
Look at that thing.
Mm.
It's wild.
Wow, that's a very decorated movement. Wow.
But look, you can see the water.
Oh, you can
through the movement. There's
no plates in the wow. Oh, look at that.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
titanium and Damascus steel.
What does that retail for?
2,500. It's by far
How
their
is
most
that
expensive.
possible?
It's by far their most. Their other watches are $500 and $600. They have a couple
I know, but
of
how is it
1,700.
that they can create that shit and Richard Mille sells for $150,000?
I know, isn't it crazy?
What is like, you know what? I'm sorry. The second I see Richard Mille, I'm just like, you're a douche. It's such a blech thing. Oh wow, very Omega like loom, huh? Very
Mhm.
speedy like loom.
Yeah,
That
like
looks just like my first
Acura.
Omega in space.
Yeah,
Wow, the Marvin 700. Look at that.
it's the Marvin 700. Yeah, it's an old movement.
Wow.
There's an interesting shot. There's a Seiko in that video as well.
Yeah.
There's an interesting shot that I get later where I actually pull the focus through the watch. Let me see. I think it's at the end, my outro, so to speak. And you can't even see the watch through the. Oh, I'm advertising my. Okay, so whatever. Why is it all the Seiko at the end? I can't remember where the shot is. Okay, I don't know where it is.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's it.
That's hot.
Isn't it cool? Yeah.
Do you have like a little lazy Susan that you put the watches on that does that?
Yeah. I have turntables, man. I've got 3 of them.
Oh wow.
My favorite one is the cheapest one I have because it moves at roughly the same speed as a seconds hand. So I can track the seconds hand while the watch, like the seconds hand stays roughly in the same place of the shot while the watch moves, which is cool.
Oof, man, that is a sexy little bitch, that thing.
Isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah. Wonder where my shot is where I shoot through the water. I have a shot where all you can see is the water and then it pulls focus and then it's the watch. I don't know where it is, but it's in here somewhere.
well, now
And people are like, "What's your bracelet?" I want the bracelet, but I can't. I got that when my dad passed away. Mom gave me that.
Oh.
I recently had it overhauled, solid silver. Yeah, it's a nice watch.
And you only started wearing that kind of recently, huh?
Because I had it overhauled finally. It was broken for years.
Good for you. It's your dad's.
It was a broken. Yeah. Did you see that guy who sold his dad's watch?
I love that. First of all, that guy, the Paul Thorpe kind of with his
Mhm.
big fake teeth and his tats and all that shit.
Yeah.
And I love what he goes. He goes, well, you know, the first problem is that you sold his dad's watch. Who the fuck sold their dad's watch?
Why would you do that?
I mean, okay, if you're on the bread line, I understand that you had to.
Yes, sure.
Cut off your wife's hair for the gift of the Magi or whatever. But my God, they looked fine, and he sold his dad. He goes, wasn't really my style, so I sold my dad's watch. And it was like such an afterthought. And him and his wife were like, yeah.
And then the watch he replaced it with was stolen.
Yeah, good.
And the dealer guy, the honest watch dealer, that's his name. He was like, well, you know why? Because you sold your dad's watch.
Because who the fuck does that?
Good for you for saying that. That's what.
Unless your dad was like a pedo cunt and
here's the shot.
Horrible person.
Where is it coming up? That's the Seiko. I mix it at the end. Let me see if there it is. There.
Oh,
look, like you see the water shimmers and then it pulls focus. Yeah, well, all that effort just for.
He was like fake teeth, and then everybody. Maybe his dad was a dick. Maybe he hated his dad, but you could see that he didn't hate his dad because the way he kind of like was like, you know,
even if you hate your dad, you don't sell the watch.
I would sell the watch if I hated my dad.
Would you?
I would. Yeah, because if my dad was like a evil figure, why wouldn't I? It's kind of like Ellen Barkin selling Ron Perlman's jewels of her husband. You know, when they broke up, because
it's your dad. It doesn't matter if he was a flawed man. That's sad.
Well, it depends.
But it's
flawed,
still. Well, I guess it depends on how bad the flaw was.
I mean, if he was, okay, I'm not going to get into the
okay. Yeah,
I won't go too dark. Sold his dad's teeth. That's the way to do it. Yeah, but anyway, he had the Paul Thorpe teeth, like the big fake.
Yeah, the fake. Yeah.
The giant, because you know,
Yeah.
and who was it? Your brother?
Because his front teeth were punched out while he was in jail.
That's
why.
probably what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what
It's like
happened.
these big giant, white veneers that are just
Same as Paul Thorpe.
not
Yeah.
in humanity.
Yeah, they're like they look wrong on the guy. They don't look natural. Yeah.
Do you know who fucked up his whole look when he got fake teeth? A famous actor who was on a huge trajectory. Here's a great trivia question, and you'll know this. You'll get this. So there's a great looking guy. He's a great looking actor, and he's a terrific actor. And he was on the trajectory to become a big, big star. And then out of nowhere, he got these brand new white porcelain horse teeth. Made his speech funny, made him look weird. And you haven't really heard much from him since.
I'm never going to get him.
Yes, you are. He's British. Think. Clive Owen. He's a bit of a bride.
Clive Owen did that?
Clive Owen got brand new, gigantic, white porcelain veneers, and it ruined his whole kind of like, British workman. He had this real kind of like,
So the
working
last thing
class.
I saw him in that was significant was Children of Men.
Well, there you have it. How long ago was that?
That was 12, 14 years
Shot
ago.
on Vernon Boulevard.
Oh.
That hotel that they were living in, the little like refuge, that was the
Really?
what's the name of that hotel down by the bridge? The Revel. The Ravel.
I stayed there while I was there last year.
Yeah, the Ravel.
I was there one night.
Was the hooker motel, because you remember them when that was all prostitutes back then. That whole vicinity by the bridge was all prostitutes.
All those rooms felt like porno rooms to me.
Yeah, they had the bathroom that opens with the wall.
I was there during the cold, and I thought this would be great during the summer. It's designed for the summer, not for the winter. This place.
Nobody stays there in the summer. It was a hooker hotel. It was just a shitty motel right on the verge of nowhere, right across from the Terracotta Works factory, and that's where they shot for like 6 weeks. They had big giant trucks out there with Luma cranes, and that was when they filmed. I remember saying Children of Men. It was like, the permits go up, and I was like, I can't wait to see that movie. So Clive Owen, yeah, let's see.
Great movie.
Let's see if I can find a Clive Owen.
Yeah, look up a shot, because I didn't. Oh, there's new teeth.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is what he did to himself. God, Jesus Christ. This is what happened to him.
I didn't realize he went through that.
He got the whole treatment. And
what did he look like before? I don't even know.
Clive Owen croupier, right? That was his big, first big thing, right? Let me see if I can find an image of it. That's when he was now. No, he's not smiling. You know why he's not smiling? Because he had such bad teeth. But it had a certain je ne sais quoi to it. Look at him when he was a kid. Oh my God.
He got famous in it was BMW ads or something. He was a very Bond looking guy.
Oh man, he would have been a great Bond. Wouldn't he have though? It would have been great.
And he was in that film with Natalie Portman and Jude Law, where it's all sexual.
Oh yeah.
It's all cheating and breakups and divorces and sex. Closer.
Sure. I think that was a Mike Nichols film, wasn't it?
He's like he had the best line in the movie. He goes, "Have you ever seen a heart? It looks like a fist drenched in blood."
Yeah, I can't even find old pictures of his teeth. Anyway, that's what ruined him. Croupier was a great movie, man. He was so good. He never smiles in Croupier. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he had bad luck. He'd real knacker teeth. Real, odd in his luck. Who knows?
British people don't say knacker.
No,
that's an Irish thing.
Only. Yeah, right. He never smiles in Croupier. No, you're right. But guys would know what I mean. Walton Goggins has way too beautiful teeth too. Those are total veneers. But everyone in Hollywood does that though. They all get their teeth fixed. Tom Cruise did it. Remember the Tom Cruise teeth? He had regular teeth until he got the VIG. Everybody goes and gets those. I would love would love great teeth too.
I'm fine with my teeth.
You guys have nice teeth. You definitely. My
happy
family
with
doesn't
my
have great
teeth.
teeth. The big problem with people of my generation was a particular kind of tetracycline, which was a brand of antibiotics that they gave everybody, and it created like a thing on your teeth. It made them like a darker shade, and also I actually have had 2 teeth removed because they just failed on me. So
Oh.
I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it. Wasn't Clive Owen in Inside Man? Yes, he was. Cruz had braces. He never got finished. Yes, he did. Of course he did. He got his teeth straightened and then he got veneers. Totally did. His teeth are insane. Come on. Scotty Love says, my problem with teeth was hockey. Yeah, well, sure. That's what happens to so many people. So many people. That's absolutely crazy. But, listen, when you're in Hollywood, like you don't think John Hamm got his teeth done? Of course he did. They all do. They all have to do it.
So Bradley Cooper's under fire lately because his plastic surgery makes him look like an old woman.
He looks like Barry Manilow.
He looks like Barry. That's it. He changed whatever tweak. It just killed in. It was a little like him aging would have still been more handsome than this tweak he got that turned him into he looks a little plastic, little fake.
He looks like some kind of little elf now.
It's funny because if you just touch, let's face it, we all have 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth, most of us, right? Sure. What are the differences between a handsome and a non-handsome person? They're subtleties. If you touch those subtleties, you may be risking everything.
Sure. That's why people have to be very careful about what they do.
Gotta be real careful.
Here it is. This is Barry Manilow, and here's the new Bradley Cooper. Actually, that isn't even the worst I've seen.
Let me see if I can... worse.
I've seen way worse than that. Hold on.
There it is. There's the side by side right there in the left of your screen, top left.
This one.
Perfect side by side.
Come on.
See, if he's aging and thickens out, he's still. You can't get.
Stop doing that.
I hate all this shit.
Hold on a second.
And you're on a Mac. I have enough problems with that on Windows, and you're on a Mac, and you're still having those problems.
Oh, here's a great shot. Oh, okay. I'll get rid of this right now. Hold on.
A side by side would be nice.
I'll get it. I have to move away from. I see what I did wrong.
You've got to zoom out, or
something. I had to change the whole thing.
Okay.
Oof. I'm trying to find the perfect. We watched this whole thing. Like he was in A Star Is Born. He was really rugged. He's like copping.
He's very handsome.
So handsome in that.
Oh, I see one of the photos. You missed it.
Tell me which one. Go
back up. Go back up. It's in the center of your screen right
This
now.
guy?
No, down.
That's Barry Manilow. Down.
Down. And to the right. And to the right of what you just point. No, up. It's green. It's got a green background with a 63. One? That's what he looks like now.
Yeah, what is that? Why? Or did he have advisors?
Something shifted. And now that looks like, when you see Tom Cruise's brother or cousin, who sometimes is in the movie as a stuntman or something, there's something. Actually, I think Tom Cruise's cousin was in Lost. It's like you can see certain facial features, but it's not a handsome guy. This looks like Bradley Cooper's brother or cousin or something. Doesn't look like him anymore, but there are things you notice in there.
I mean, he didn't do the buckle fat. Maybe he did because he's got the caved in sideburn. But even his hairline looks cuckoo here because obviously he had a full ass facelift.
Something under the eyes.
Yeah, I'm not against people doing a little tweak here or there. Whatever floats your boat.
You got to be careful, though.
You just got to be careful when you're somebody like this guy, because you're looking.
What's her name from Dirty Dancing?
She changed her whole life by changing her nose.
Her nose.
Jennifer.
Her nose was
Jennifer.
Whatever. She didn't have a Hollywood nose, but it was endearing because she was the girl next door who was cute. And then she finally fixed her nose, and now she's like a complete other person. If you change your nose, you're no longer the same person. Your nose is everything on your face.
I always wanted my dad's nose. My dad.
You have a great nose. Shut the fuck up.
I have a nose that every girl wants.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want a girl's nose. My dad had my nose, but just the man's version.
People are always unhappy with what they have. I would kill for your nose. Instead, I have a fucking big Shrone on me.
I love him.
If I had a better nose, I'd be
my dad's nose. At least just say like, because my dad and I look almost exactly like, except he's got the man's version of my nose. I was like, fuck, why didn't I get that nose? Fuck.
You got the beautiful girl.
I got the girl nose. How many people used to come up to me when I was young and pretty and said, "Who's your surgeon?" I'm like, what? Did you get that for your bar mitzvah? Like, no.
My thing looks like somebody threw a sausage at a wall. That's my fucking nose.
Everybody's so bad with what they have. Everybody wants what they don't have. Everybody wants bigger boobs or a bigger penis or whatever. I mean, listen, I would have loved to have been 5'10", That's all. The only regret I really have is, wouldn't it be great? I feel like, because I'm 5'8", just 2 inches would have just put me right. With shoes, you're like 5'11", almost. You could make yourself.
So I had a friend over here. He's a viewer of the channel. We hung out a lot. He was a lot of fun, but he's on that Tinder a lot, sure. And he's trying to hook up with girls here. He's obsessed with just hooking up with girls constantly. I'm like, I don't care. And he's like, dude, you should be on there. He's like, you should be on, because he's 5'9". He's like, you should be on there. I was like, really? Why? And he goes, because you're 6 foot, and then you have a totally different pool of girls.
Oh yeah,
because the minute you put in 6 foot, you're in a completely different swimming pool. Completely.
Sure.
When you're tall, they have this cutoff. These girls, they're asked, what kind of, what's the height, what age bracket, blah blah blah. And
well, it's standard. It's a standard.
Yeah, 6 foot.
6 foot is the standard. That's what they want. Minimum.
That's what they want. They want a minimum of 6 foot. he was like, you could do so much better than me simply because you're 6 foot. Do
you know how many big A-list Hollywood stars are not even close to that?
You want to hear the truth? I'm not 6 foot. I'm 5'11" and something. I put on any shoes, sandals, anything, and then I'm 6 foot. But if I'm I'm not 6'1". I'm 6
you
something.
Put on any kind of heel though? You put on.
I don't use heels, but
you're not wearing sneakers.
I have boots with heels, but they're not 2-inch heels.
But think about it. It's not the heel. It's the heel plus the sole plus the inside. It gives you
whatever.
Most shoes give most men an inch and a half.
Yeah, but the truth is, if I'm in the doctor's office and he's testing my weight and my height and everything, and I'm flat foot, I'm just shy of 6 foot. I'm not even actually 6 foot. I'm just shy of it. So I stick on shoes and I'm 6 foot, whatever. So I suppose much of a muchness, I can still say I'm 6 foot, but technically I'm actually not. Not to a doctor, I'm not. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I'm like splitting hairs here, but I'm just saying. Some guys are actually 6.
Everyone in Hollywood, like George Clooney, he's 5'10". Tom Cruise is 5'7". Robert Downey Jr. is 5'6".
He's he wears heels.
Brad Pitt is like 5'10". Him and Clooney
Brad Pitt I heard was over 6 foot.
No. He's like 5'11". Top. Him and Clooney are the exact same height. Exactly. There's no way. Bradley Cooper, I think, is about 6'1". I think he's tall. Ham is tall. Ham is like 6'2".
Brad Pitt.
I think Brad. I'm going to look it up. It's going to be total bullshit. Brad Pitt. You can't look this shit up.
Brad Pitt
says he's 5'11".
No, he's not.
Brad Pitt, Clooney. Hold on.
He's not. He's taller. He's over 6 foot, and
no, he's definitely not.
Clooney is under 6 foot. Clooney is 5'10", 5'11".
Clooney's like 5'10". Did I see this movie, Wolves? Yeah, I did. It was kind of shit. They did it for gags, right?
It was for gags.
Okay, so here's a great shot. Here, they're like at some film festival. Let me take that off the screen.
Oh my god! Clooney looks taller.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get that back.
Clooney looks taller than Brad Pitt in that photo.
They're always about. Look at first of all, we talk about their jackets.
I prefer Clooney style.
Well, because that's classic. Brad is a peacock. He's peacocking with this ultra wide peak
That's
lapel.
here. That's Venice. That's Venice.
Yeah, it's Venice Folk
81. I
Festival.
have the poster right here of that.
George is wearing like an absolutely perfectly tailored, very thin notch lapel right there.
Now, let me ask you something immediately.
Yes.
I love the lapel there, but he has 2 buttons undone. Is that okay?
Well, did you see that thing I
Yeah,
just sent you?
that's why
Wasn't that hilarious?
because he's
Listen,
on holiday.
he's on holiday. He's George
He's
he's
on
George
holiday.
Clooney, right? He's also there's the thing about crassness, and that queen that I sent you, that British guy.
I've followed him for ages.
He's hilarious.
It's really fun.
He's
He has
hilarious.
great info about.
He's like, here's a
Ireland.
perfect example to show that you are utterly classless.
No, he's brilliant. I followed him for over a year.
He's amazing.
And if you want to know which fork to pick up, which knife to pick up,
Sure.
he has it all. He's brilliant. But
so like guys who have like very hairy chests, like to have too many buttons undone is considered extremely kind of sexually provocative. And George is a smoother guy, so it looks nice. He is on holiday. He's in a very hot climate, so he's wearing the
look at the Adam's apple on both of those pricks.
I know, because they both don't eat.
And the fucking chin, but the chin and the jawline on both of them. That's $1 million jawlines right
now,
there.
can I blow this up? Because I'm assuming, hold on.
Those fuckers. By the way, look at the photo right next to it. They're on the boat coming into Venice on the top. On the top. You just went to the Ocean's 11 photo. I'm talking about the one there. Tell me, because for me, I know he's maybe standing up on a seat or something. For me, Brad Pitt is a taller guy.
He's not. They're about the same height.
He's
wearing a corduroy. See, they're both wearing the same jacket.
Clooney's gray fox fucking hair. Man. I know, it's perfect.
He's annoying. And also, Clooney's sunglasses destroy Pitt's. Those are Ida Rosenberg from Bayside. Those glasses are a little too much. Clooney's, that's Hollywood style right there. Look at these. Look at Brad Pitt's glasses there. Those look ridiculous. Look at these guys. I love that these guys are friends because they're the coolest motherfuckers ever.
They're the last movie stars. Last proper movie stars.
There's no more movie stars. No, there's no.
That's the end. That's the end. That's the end.
And look at Clooney since he got his blepharoplasty, man. That is called great plastic surgery.
Yeah, because they haven't changed him.
No,
he's still him.
They got rid of the big bags that he used to have, and he had massive bags under. Okay, here's one. Here's one where your boy's taller. There you go. That's a good 1.5 inches taller. I mean, it depends on the shoe. He's wearing a very small notch lapel right there. I love that these guys. Oh, here's a perfect example. These guys are okay. So Brad's a little bit taller, a little bit. Oh man, it's so annoying. Stop doing this fucking Google shit. I hate you, Google. Google needs to stop.
I have a YouTube link. We won't get shut down for this because this is commercial anyway.
Okay.
They're on the red carpet here in Venezia. First of all, she's in heels. Yeah. But she's taller than him.
Well, she's wearing like
look at that one. That's my dream. That's my dream.
All I can say is that she's got a crown teased to the high heavens, and that's how all women should be wearing their hair right now. Because
she's
anything sexier than that.
He was so fun. That wasn't this year. That was last year.
Yeah. Oh my God, she's ridiculous.
And this is Brad's new pour of water. She is nice. She's elegant. She's 36, 37. He's fucking 61 or whatever. Look, this is what you look like when you're 61 in 2025. Fucking now look at the height. Yeah. See it right there. Now you can't cover this because they're walking past each other. This is video. Okay, you can see it right there. Brad Pitt, as far as I always knew, was 6 to 6'1", whereas Clooney was there. It is.
Okay,
how about that?
Look at it. I don't like Brad's extremely his single button double breast with the very flared trumpet trousers. Not a big.
I don't like those trousers either.
They're horrific. That's something you'd see on Twiggy in 1960.
Oh, there's my dream.
Here's the girl. That dress, she looks very uncomfortable in that.
Forget a man Clooney. That's my
no.
I would
this is not Kate in her absolute. This is
I don't
she looks
care.
uncomfortable.
I don't care. I'd marry her.
I love her too.
I don't care.
Look at George. He's such a fucking ride. This guy just sits down. He's one of the boys. He's gonna have a drink with your mates.
He's just
he's a man of the people, man.
Ultimate fucking movie star.
He's the ultimate. Are you gonna watch this new movie, Jack Kelly?
Jay Kelly.
Kelly, right?
Lydia, who is the most critical person of movies that I know in my life, said it's brilliant.
Oh, good.
She said you should watch it. She was at the premiere right there in Venice, and she was like, it was really good. So she says it. I trust it.
I mean, it's an indictment of stardom in Hollywood, right?
Yes, I thought it was autobiographical or in a way. She goes, no, it's not really. It's about a different kind of thing. I could look at this guy all day. This is who I want to be.
K-Did's got it right. Clooney is the closest we've had to Cary Grant in the last 50 years. 100%.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt about it. He is the Cary Grant of the modern era. Yeah. Class, he exudes class, charm,
and
humility.
He could have had any fucking literally had any broad in the world, like
he
literally
wasn't a big whore in Hollywood.
Anyone on earth,
Never
and he
was.
married this fucking like human rights lawyer who speaks 7 languages. Like that is top class. Like he just proved himself as a real man. He could have had any fucking bimbo. He could have had anything, but instead, what does he marry? That. Like that is high class girl right there,
and she's
they
not.
They can go to Paris. They can go to Chez André in Paris, and she can order in French. They live in Italy. She orders in Italian. They can go to the Far East. She can speak Farsi. You know what I mean? Like that's. And she's look at her. Fuck me, man. That's
she's
top class,
and she's a lawyer,
and she's a human rights lawyer. Yeah.
Jim Patterson wants to know if Clooney's wearing a toupee. Absolutely fucking not.
He cuts his own hair with that stupid.
He uses a Flowbee.
Flowbee, yeah. Now look, dude, he is 2 inches shorter. 2 inches.
Listen, I think we'd need to see them in bare feet because Brad loves a Cuban heel, man.
Oh, he does?
He does. He wears a boot a lot. And he usually has a very pretty, and I don't know if I don't know, but anyway, he generally wears a bit of a heel. And Clooney likes flats, man. I'm not saying that. I think that they're close to the same height. 5'11", 6 feet. Listen, I'm 5'8". I would have killed to have been 5'10".
Okay, here's another clip. I mean, I better mute it. But you're gonna be convinced now. Because this is their standing.
I like proof, man.
Their standing ovation for Wolves, which of course does not deserve a standing ovation. Stupid movie, but it's a throwaway. It's pay the rent movie. You know,
they were just having fun being
look,
friends.
Look, boom. Okay.
He's
so
on
that's
a
guy.
step.
That's a guy who's 5'10" and a half, hugging a guy who's 6'1" and a half.
He's on a step.
They're both on the same exact platform.
Are you sure?
Of course I am. Look at them. They're sitting right next. We're sitting right next to each other the whole night. Unless Pitt is wearing crazy high heels.
I mean, that's a 6-inch difference there.
No. Well, the angle I'm taking into
it's enormous.
The angle is
that likes me hugging you.
No. That the angle I'm compensating for the angle. The angle's bad. He's closer than the other guy. That's fine. So he's going to look taller. I'm not looking at the angle. I'm looking at the actual. Look at the actual hug of the head. The heads together.
I mean,
one guy looks like 2 to 3 inches taller than the other guy.
I don't know about that. I mean, I've never seen that before. Anyway, did Ghislaine Maxwell brag about performing a sex act on George Clooney in the Epstein files?
I don't know. Are we getting all the info finally about the Epstein
files? Didn't they release the Epstein files yet? Where are they?
I know.
Where are the Epstein files?
No, they don't exist. Remember?
Brad Pitt
Remember
is
Pam
5'11",
Bondi?
He's 5'10". I believe that. They got that from the suit maker. I mean, listen,
Dean,
you know what?
no,
We got
I
to
don't
meet
think
these guys to
I
know
don't
for
think Brad
sure.
is 5'11". I think he's 6 to 6'1".
I think Brad Pitt is 6 feet, and I think George is about 5'10". I think that's probably about they're close, but it's so hard. Like Tom Cruise, because his sister used to be a manager at El Rio Grande.
Is Chris Pine in a photo with Brad Pitt? Because
Chris,
I know
you
what
met him.
height he is. That was a very annoying moment for me.
I know you were annoyed by that because he was tall. You're like you said, Dirk. I met Chris Pine. You know what's annoying? That fucker's over 6 feet tall.
Didn't meet him. I was standing next to him
Chris
at the bar.
Pine.
We were waiting for drinks, and he was waiting to order a drink, and I was waiting. And I looked, and I was like, "That motherfucker's so pretty, and he's got 2 inches on me. That prick." At least 1 inch.
I can't see a single. I don't know if they've even ever met.
Maybe not.
Hold on.
I was like, on top of everything else, he's tall.
Is a very interesting photograph. Wait till you see this.
Because this is my one consolation when I see like Johnny Depp. At least he's fucking 5'9". I have that over him. I'll never have his face. Okay.
That's George Clooney. And well, forget about Michael Douglas because he's an old shrinking violet. But that's Hugh Jackman, who's a monster guy. Isn't he like 6'2"?
I don't know. I don't know why.
Hugh Jackman is considered a very large man. And now he's in a very, very creepy new relationship.
Because he's built, he builds himself up.
I thought he was very, very tall.
I don't know about height.
Look at this guy. Is he fucking ridiculous? I hate Google. Fuck off, Google. Hold on, let me go back to this.
Just unzoom. There you go.
Look at that guy.
He's really fucking handsome.
He's beautiful. Jeez, this guy.
He had to wait for a drink at the bar, by the way, just like I did.
Really?
Yeah, he was just at the bar.
Paul says he's so beautiful, he's distracting in movies. It's annoying. But he's doing everything he can to kind of ruin it for himself.
That dude is 6'1" at least.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
I
love this dad.
I always expect movie stars to be short,
But they mostly are.
But this fucker is not short.
Let's see how tall. Let's see how tall they say he is. See if it's going to be wrong. Chris Pine height. 6.
It's hard to Google these things because you don't.
It's all a load of shit. Celebrity net worth.
He's not 6'1". 6'1".
Yeah.
Red Hot heels on. I didn't check for heels, but like.
Thank you for bringing back the fashion detective segment. Hope to see some remodeling footage at the set from the content dragon. Wow. You gonna do some content from you?
He wants Watch Fashion Police back.
I know. I don't know if that's ever gonna happen.
Not unless I accept Jehovah. Sorry. Let's move on.
Red Hots at -Z. I hate these new things because I have no idea who people are. But that's a scary looking little creature. $20. Thank you so much. Listen, I love talking the shit, and I love talking fashion with Michaela Gishettian, of course.
Fantastic.
And yeah, we love it. It was fun stuff. And you know what? Hopefully, if there's like a big event, we'll make that happen once again.
Yeah.
It's not like nothing, guys. Nothing has happened. There's no falling out. We are friends. We love her. It's all good. Whatever.
You guys are great together.
We love that shit, You know what? Here's the most beautiful thing about rational people: agreeing to disagree about stuff. You don't need to even discuss it. It's not even a necessary thing.
Get you guys going on about flip-flops and backpacks.
Oh, man. When she told me that flip-flops should be illegal on men, I said, I absolutely love you. I love you.
Yeah.
I adore you. Because I want to do a universal ban.
Michaela is very lovable. Let's face it.
Of course she is.
She's very lovable.
It is a Big Bang thing. So, guys, listen, she's trying a new direction in the world. And while I don't particularly fall into that demographic, I wish her the very best. And that's because I know who she is as a human being. And that's all it is. So So be kind if you see some content from her that you find to be a 360 or whatever it is, just approach it with a little bit of kindness, because at the end of the day, listen, I've had a lot of interaction with her and her husband and stuff, and they're really, really, really good people. They're really nice people.
Yeah,
as
that's the
human
important part.
beings. So it's very easy to
That's
say,
what
oh, she wore
matters.
red today, she's a whore. Oh, she's got that crazy lipstick on her, or he's wearing flip-flops. Just like, guys, listen, everybody's trying to find their way in the world. And thank you, Red Hots. Let me give you a giant big bang boom schmackamagab for you. 20 balloons, kazoo. Jim Patterson says Dirk likes loafers, though. I have several pairs of lovely loafers. There's a
By the way, you
gentleman
did a
should
bad
always have a
example.
pair
You're
of
like, oh,
loafers.
she's wearing red today, whore, or whatever. That's an unfortunate reference.
Yeah,
because Michaela in red.
I mean, it's the perfect. A blonde, it's gorgeous. It's
Michaela in the red dress.
Game over.
Yeah,
we both said game over.
Game over.
Yeah, listen, man.
Red, yes, the pretty blonde with her hair up.
I mean, a girl that can pull off red dress and red lipstick.
Yeah, if you can do it, do it.
It's an amazing stuff.
Yeah.
K-Dids. I wish I knew who you were, K-Dids. Can you tell me what your normal? Because I know who you are, but this K.
Yeah, but we need the real name.
I know. I need to know because I feel it's K@K-Dids.
No, but what's the link you said that to render the fix the problem?
Oh, I said just go to youtube.com/handle. Oh, it's Kyle. Hey, Kyle. Okay, it's you. Kyle D.
Kyle D. Now we know because YouTube fucks with our heads.
It drives me crazy.
You were coming up as K-Dids. You were doing that on my channel too. Isn't she doing political? Yeah, she's moved into that.
She's Bible quoting. She's doing some it's her thing. It's what she's doing right now. It's a path she's on. And you know what? Listen, that's where she's going. And that's just fine.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas to her. And listen, I have nothing but great things to say about her as a human being. She's been a wonderful person. And whatever. Listen, man, it's so easy.
Always fantastic with us.
Always.
Never missed a beat.
Never
missed a beat. And if she wouldn't make a show, she'd let us know ahead of time.
I mean, if she starts saying, Dirk, you need to come to Jesus and gays are not cool, I'd be like, bye, Michaela.
She would never
do that.
Any of us.
She loves the gays.
So?
No, I know. Listen,
so
hey, man, I'm kind of like of that like Irish kind of bloodline where, you can't be hypnotized or any of that shit. Like, I'm so super duper fucking skeptical of everything. So it's like, that's why I never gave 100% into kind of any philosophy or any of that. It's like, nah. But hey, I don't judge people.
When they went after her, my haters,
going,
he's a this and he's a that, she fucking gave him the middle finger. I'm not going to forget
she did.
I'm not going to forget that.
She's a tough bitch. She's not gonna fuck. She's not going to take your shit either.
Yeah. So
she's not.
This is what I judge people on, their character. They can believe whatever the hell they want. I know people who vote on gun rights and they love Trump and they're still fucking lovely people. So that's what I judge you on.
Yeah.
You and I also know people who are commies like me who are not nice people on the other flipping the coin over.
Sure.
So I judge you on that. I don't care if you like Fidel like I do. You didn't fucking buy me a beer the whole night, you piece of shit, you cheap ass prick. You know what I mean? So
that's because your comrade should be buying you some beer. You'd be sharing
I know loads of commies who are very generous. I'm just saying there is the flip side. I judge a person on how nice they are, and how solid a human being they are, and how generous and thoughtful. Think of a thoughtful person. You know how many people who remember my birthday? I don't even know these people. They go, "Oh, happy birthday for tomorrow." I'm like, I forgot it was my fucking birthday.
YouTube star.
No, but it's not just that. But like, I have friends who are just, oh yeah, and they send me a card ahead of time. I'm like, that's thoughtful. Meanwhile, like politically, we might be on different pages, but I judge you on just how you if you're a nice person with me, head on.
I don't give a shit what God you worship. You could worship Satan for all I care. I don't give a just be nice to people and animals and life in general. I don't give a shit.
The Satanists, by the way, I don't have much experience with them, but they can also be very. The Satanists consider themselves realists, which is
Well, it's
wild.
about self-love and Anton LaVey. And
Yeah, it's a
I read
yeah.
the Satanic Bible. I read all the books, but I read the
For me,
Quran.
it's very
I read all
close
that
to
shit.
a Republican idea of the world. It's very self-oriented and so on. I'm like, all right, you know, I can take anyone, you know, whatever, you know. You might have interesting insights on Mozart, you know.
I'm not a big fan of pontification. That's not one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. But guiding people towards a particular thing, I don't have a problem with because some people need it. You know, it's fine. Dino comes in hard with a super sticker, $4.99. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We need some Dio in the show. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you need that. And did I Red Hots? Did I give you a Big Ben Boom? I don't think I did. I think you deserve one. You'd shoot. I think that's Uncle Curly, by the way, because he said Content Dragon. I think he's got a new handle. Just
once they say dragon, they're talking about that stuff.
You're the dragon, yeah. Oh, woke to the dragon. It's so Dio.
That's fine.
We're off to the witch. We will never come home. The dragon, yeah. So Dio. Yeah. Yeah.
What's the explosions?
Those are the explosions on the stage.
I see.
You got to go like this. Yeah.
That's the dragon.
That's just all the fun metal trope that we do. Yeah. It's flames and explosions. And then the dragon comes out. Yeah. That's like now Taylor Swift does that and ruined it for everybody because only dramatic metal music deserves fire and brimstone and dragons and shit. I don't want to see like
Charlie Kirk funerals.
Oh Jesus. I don't want to see Florida Georgia Line have like 80-foot fire plumes. It's anticlimactic because your music does not call for it. A funeral, i.e. a state funeral, should certainly be a somber event.
Oh no, it was
Oh, I saw it. It was a Kiss show.
Yeah, it was a Kiss show.
It was going to see Kiss or Black Sabbath. It was ridiculous. And it was a preacher show. It was a Crystal Cathedral, snake oil.
They were just far away from speaking in tongues.
Oh, it was so we're the snakes. We're the snakes. Yeah, listen, if you fall for any of that shit, and also the Bible quoting, guys.
You know, when the preacher runs through the crowd with his microphone.
Oh, yeah, the hands on.
Touches the heads of people and they fall on the floor.
Yeah, of course. He's doing the hands on. The healing.
That's my vision.
You are.
That's hell. That's hell to me.
I mean, you know, people who put the
all
hands
these people
on.
falling on the floor and shaking.
Yeah.
Like you've been.
Oh, yeah. They're in rapture. Yeah. I can see. I can see. No, you can't.
This is when I need a flamethrower.
No one has ever gone to a church and had somebody lay their hands. Lay your hands on me. Lay your hands on me. No one's ever gone into a church blind and walked out with sight. Never happened. Never happened. Show me proof. It's never happened. I can walk again.
You know what they got? They got $10,000 in their bank account, though. Thank you, darling, for that wonderful show you did.
Yeah, maybe so.
Those
people, because
we're transferring the money to your account right now.
Yeah, right.
You did a great job by pretending that you no longer had arthritis and you stood up out of your wheelchair. for 5 seconds so everyone could believe and you could hug our pastor. You
Look, if
fucking
that person just got out of prison and they were down
evil.
on their luck and they needed a
Right.
paycheck, and
Yeah,
like,
that's what you
I'll
do.
sit in the wheelchair and pretend I can't walk.
Yeah.
I want to
It's like
see medical records.
Yeah, it's like when you take a fitness expert who's in an accident and they put on a lot of weight because they can't move. And then somebody approaches them and goes, "Hey, can we do a before and after, but reverse it?
Yeah.
Where you were all fit and now you're not. And we'll give you $10,000, $25,000. Sure.
Wow. Do you remember the fitness craze? I don't know how far it got across the pond, but there was a woman named Susan Powder. Did you ever hear of this woman? She had really short, kind of Annie Lennox bleach blonde hair, and she was like this power woman. She vanished from the world. It turns out she wound up bad business investments and wound up homeless and living in a car. And I just watched a documentary. She's got a movie out. I think it's called Susan Powder. And I was like, wow, I remember her because she's like, well, let's get fit. And she had the Annie Lennox thing. Let me pull her up right now. Susan Powder. Because the Americans will know who she is. Because she was huge here.
You guys had a lot of those fitness girls.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know who started it? Jane Fonda.
Oh, it was Jane Fonda. Well, I'd listen.
Fonda was the first one.
Or read the fucking phone book.
Yeah, of course. So that's Susan Powder. This is her.
1969. She can read me the fucking phone book.
Well, my God, Barbarella. Listen, I would jump that fence in a heartbeat.
I would, yeah.
I mean, my God, that's Susan Powder. She was
I
very.
think I've seen her.
Yeah,
before.
she was very famous. She's very attractive, super fit. She had this big fitness thing, but she fell down on hard times. And then I watched a little bit of the documentary.
She looks good now. I saw recent
She's got
photos
old tats now, but she's like
still hard looking.
She's an asshole though. I couldn't get past the first 15 minutes of the show because she was so busy trying to sell me. I was like, no, darling, I wanted to watch your journey and what happened. And
she's still selling.
She's selling, and I was like, you know,
some people can't help themselves. They need to keep selling.
She couldn't help herself.
The minute they open their mouth, they start selling. They can't. They wouldn't even know how to have a genuine conversation.
Yeah, I was so out. I was so turned off. I was like, I would love to watch the story how you went from rags to riches, riches to rags, and salvation or whatever the fuck it is. But she was so hell bent on not doing that. It was kind of shitty.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Yeah, it's a metaphor. It is. You know, believe me, I believe you can believe that shit if you believe. Of course, Scotty Love. It's so true. It's so true. I mean, listen, I don't fall for anything. Have you ever fallen for anything?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean? Like, have you ever fallen for
like for watches?
I mean, no, that's not it.
Yeah, if you come out on the other end, you might be like,
you ever fallen for a routine or a philosophy, or like you know, like people discover. I mean, no, I know that you haven't. So I've never. I mean, no.
Well, I don't feel like I have. You need to ask me at the very end of my life when I look back.
And you're going to be like,
I don't think anybody who fell for anything thinks they fell for something.
Oh, I know a bunch of people who knows that. You know, Mary was a big fell for Krishna.
Okay,
and she got into out. She did. She married a guy.
She
had a kid with a guy in the Hare Krishna movement, which is, by the way, the Hare Krishna movement is a beautiful, peaceful movement, but it is very restricting. And she liked to drink and smoke and fuck, and that didn't work out for her.
That's not going to work in the Hare Krishnas.
No,
they like a lot of berry juice and berry cakes.
You know,
and they like to occupy our airports.
Yes, I grew up in a town in Queens, oddly enough, that was the epicenter of a sect of that called the Sri Chinmoy. And it was about this guy named Sri Chinmoy, and he was very famous. John McLaughlin, Carlos Santana, they were all Chick Corea. They were all members of that for a while. People who were soul search. Yeah.
They got the guitarists.
Chick Corea. They got a lot of the guitar. Well, Chick Corea is piano. But they got all these guys, and it was like, 4 or 5 blocks from my house. There was like 6 or 7 big houses, and they had an enclave there, and all of their homes were painted like robin's egg blue. That's how you would know they were members of the Sri Chinmoy. I do not know whether or not it exists anymore. He's dead, but they had a restaurant there called Anand Brahma, where I was introduced to Indian food and found out how allergic I was to coconut and all that stuff. But you know, she fell for a different sect of that stuff, and she was able to get out of it. I know, like Chick Corea, he wound up going. I think Chick Corea became a Scientologist. John McLaughlin got out of it. Carlos Santana. They eventually found their way out of it. When people are soul searching, sometimes it could be cocaine addiction, sex addiction, alcoholism. Can be a lot of things. You're looking for some kind of salvation, and I get it. And that's fine. You're
If you
looking
come out of trauma, you're more
yeah.
susceptible to cults and religions and diets and things. You come out of trauma, you're still shaking from what you've been
you're
through.
shaking from it. I get it, and it's fine. Now Mary walked away from that because the guy that she was with for a long time had, and I don't want to speak specifically. He's a semi-famous guitar player who was the guitar player for an extremely famous person. Like a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame legendary person. He was the guitar player in this particular person's band. And she fell for that. And I remember I went through a period of time where she wasn't really being friendly to me because I wasn't, interested in being a part of Hare Krishna, and she shaved her head and all that stuff. And she got out of that because by the time you met her, it was already done. And this was early on. This is like the early 90s when this mid 90s is when it happened. And she got out of that thing. And that's one thing. But I don't think I'm capable of falling for that. I just don't think I have it because I'm just like, I think everything is such bullshit. Right. I can't fall for a party. I can't fall for a candidate. I can't fall for, I'm just not capable of, I've never said, man, I'd campaign for them. Because I think they're all a pack of
for a candidate. Yeah. Like I'm impressed by Zoran Mandami, and I think it's going to be interesting, but I still wouldn't be at the front lines there with his picture or like I would never. I still think
he's got a glossy way about him that I still don't like.
Yeah, he's still a politician.
And he's way too
let's be
poised.
Honest. The nicest people you know and the most earnest and honest people you know would never try to be a politician.
Never, ever.
Or a priest or a vicar or anything.
William McRaven, my favorite guy in the entire world, that I want to be president of the United States. He's a 4-star admiral. And he's like, why in the world would I want that job? He doesn't want that
like
job.
If you're going for that job, there's going to be something disingenuous about you. It's the same with actors. Like they have to shove their way through doorways to get to that position. There's very few actors who are not incredibly narcissistic people. And this is why they need all that self-affirmation and the fame and the awards to make their fragile ego feel better. The great actors, maybe we will never, ever see because they just never went to the audition because they don't care.
Because they don't care.
Because we see some great ones that did care, but then there's a lot out there who are the best actors in the world and we'll just never know because they never had that personality where they would push their way through the crowd to get to the front, to get the attention, etc., etc. If you're in politics or you're a pastor or a vicar or whatever, there's something fucking wrong with you, probably. Probably it's not the nicest person to know or to hang out with. Probably.
Here's a real affirmation for you, kiddo. Best archery luxury person. It is the best in the business. Best birthday shirt. True. 0 fucks attitude. True. Polarizing topics. Absolutely true. The dragon is the content king in the fishbowl.
In the fishbowl. That's a good way to put it. The fishbowl.
Dirk vouches for you. What's not to like? Mazal. Hey, Mazal.
I'm supposed to do my
36,527 Mazal.
Rolex.
Rolex.
I haven't done Archie in ages.
Yeah,
guys. I don't know what to say. What do you want to say? Guys.
You could talk about
man on the
remember how he hated TVG? Remember when he was going off on him?
He was so angry at him
because I don't know why.
Because he mentored him. Because Archie came before everyone.
Archie's
TGV was like, I'd like to do a little YouTube. And he was like, okay, and he gave all his info, and then the dude took over and did his own thing. And Archie, it sticks in Archie's craw. We'll never know if it truly sticks in Archie's craw or whether it's a shtick. That's the thing about Archie. We'll never know whether he's actually really bothered or whether he's putting it on as part of his Archie stick. We don't know. We'll never know. That's
Did he
the
ever
allure.
get an insurance claim from those watches?
Oh, when he was robbed that time?
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. I don't know. I haven't watched him in so long.
I know.
He's still in my head. Because
I know he's still in everybody's head.
I was in Dublin and there's a fucking coffee house there, like Pete's Coffee or the alternative to Starbucks. And it's called Frank and Honest. It's called Frank and Honest, which I think is the weirdest name. Frank and Honest. And all I can think of
and Honest.
Why would you call your coffee place that? It's bizarre. But all I could think of was like, let me be 100% frank and honest with you there.
Yeah.
All I could can I be frank and honest?
Anybody who says that's not being frank or honest.
Oisín, I love you, Oisín.
I love you.
You know that, Oisín. I love when he gets silent because people forget about that. It's like the on the trip, you know, with Steve Coogan and Rob Brydon, and they're talking about, you know, Michael Caine. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off, and then they're like, but you don't do the quiet, you know, when he gets emotional, you know, and they do the whole thing. That's a lot of people forget that about Archie when they do the Archie impressions. They go, man on the man, Rolex.
No,
they forget about the silent, the quiet, because he goes, can I tell you? Can I be 100%? I love you. I love it here. I love Rolex. When he gets sensitive and tender, that's a whole other side to Archie. Can I be honest with you, Oisín? I love you, Oisín.
Does he still love you?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, we're so out of the loop with that.
Yeah, we're out of the loop.
I haven't watched that show in so long, and I used to watch it religiously.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it was my first foray into that whole world, and you know, I was discovering all the different. Like I've said to the regular Basher show that I watch almost no watch content, very little.
Yeah,
because like, what were you going to teach me something? Probably not, other than like rattling off, you know, reference numbers from Vacheron or something. I don't know already, but. Like the personalities that I like, you know, I watch the English watch because I love Andy. I think he's a nice regular bloke who just has a very honest kind of take on stuff. Yeah. I tend to watch his stuff. Yeah. But other than our little microcosm, I don't know. Is there anybody? Do you watch anybody anymore? I used to watch everyone.
I watch a couple of those dealers.
You do that for entertainment to get mad because I watch Kerry, the diamond bitch from
I don't
48th
get
Street.
mad.
I love her.
No, I don't get mad. I'm curious.
That little snake that goes across the street and buys a watch.
Vukum.
Is that his name? And then he's like just tries to finagle everybody. That guy annoys the shit out of me because he's
one of them though.
But I mean, I find other people there. And then there's the guy that looks like one of the New Jersey house husbands. You know, he thinks he's very attractive. But
yeah. He's all tanned and a little.
He's tanned and he's fat, but he's not.
Well, Vukum goes to see him every single time.
He tries to pretend like he's muscular because they only shoot him from here down. But he looks muscular, but he's not. He's a chubby guy. But he tries to come off. He's got the manicured eyebrows. Kerry, though, the diamond lady, she's my favorite
with the big hair.
She's amazing.
The big old Jew.
Yeah, she knows everything about diamonds. She knows she wants to get the very best.
She's like the old.
I don't care.
She's
the greatest.
What about Reem? Do you like Reem?
I don't know who Reem is.
She's like a little younger.
Oh yeah. I like her. I like all the ladies there. Yeah. But Kerry's my girl because she did this one thing for a couple. Yeah. She came in and like there was something wrong with the diamond. It was wrong, and she did all this investigating.
She'll spot it.
She knows everything. That lady. Yeah, she's my girl. The rest of them, I love. Who's the old guy who looks like his clothes have meat stains and cheese stains, and he's got like 50 Rolex styles in his pouch. Who's that guy?
Is that Buckley? John Buckley?
Yeah, John Buckley. That guy.
You know the
I
Buckley
watch his
dial.
shit
You know
too.
the Buckley dial and the Dachos is named after him.
Named after him. Yeah.
He's been around for centuries. That guy.
Yeah. I
He's a
watch
nice
his
guy. He talks shit sometimes. Like he's a little too nice. I've never seen him turn down a watch. He's always like, people go, he's like, how much do you want? And they're like 12.5, and he goes, that's fair. I'm like,
well, because he
yeah, how
really,
did you
he
survive in
understands.
this
No, because he's fair.
the wolf's den where no
Yeah.
one says that's fair? They go, I don't know. I was thinking more like 9.5 because they all do that. That's their thing. They wake up in the morning going, I was thinking 9.5. Like they come out of their dreams saying, I was thinking that, like, it's just he's so innocent in a way to me. And
He's
like,
very sweet. He seems like a sweet guy. To
He's
me.
very sweet. Yeah. That's why I was thinking, like, how did he survive all those years with all those sharks around him?
Because they respect him.
Yeah.
Because they're all a big pack of chiseling cunts, all of them. And they're just looking to make the best dollar. Kerry's not.
With a smile on
I
their face.
saw her. Somebody tried to screw her at. There was like a thing, and she pulled them aside. And she goes, "Listen, I've been in this business for like 40 years.
Yeah, but since before you were born,
since before you were born." She goes, "I want to let you know." And then she pulls out this chart, this whole thing about diamonds and how it works. And she goes, that diamond is worth $12,662.72 and no more. She goes, so if you want that amount of money, I will give it to you. If you don't, please go across the street.
Yeah.
I love that about her.
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah.
She's
nice,
cool.
realistic.
You know? Because she's real. She's real, you know? It's real stuff.
I totally feel that.
Yeah. And I love her crazy hair. It's nuts.
You're big fucking
thing. She's a total YouTube personality.
Yeah.
She's totally without having to do anything. She
just sits there and goes.
She does her thing.
I've got something special for you.
Oh, I love that when she.
What do you see what I've got? And she opens the box, you know.
Yeah, and it's something nuts.
Listen, I paid 12. Yeah, give me 12,250. Okay, let me make 250.
Let me get my taste. I need my taste.
I need my taste.
I need my taste. Listen, I need to make a taste on this. So let's say 12.5.
Oh God,
I need a taste. That's so New York, though. It's the ultimate New York. Listen, let me taste. Come on. Everybody used to come to my deli and be like, how's the whitefish today? Let me taste. Everybody, listen. You're not giving it away for nothing. You know, you want to make a couple of shekels on that.
Well, sure. People got to make money. By the way, they've got to rent those spots on 47th Street. They're not cheap.
They don't own those?
They have to rent those little. You think anyone owns anything?
I thought they owned it all.
You know who owns it. You know exactly who.
Side.
Let's not go there. Well, you know exactly who owns the buildings, but they have to rent those little cubicles in those areas.
Do you know what's really crazy? And like, this is completely off topic and not interesting to anybody. My childhood friend Ricky Beckel, I grew up with, his house was like the Addams family house. His parents were separated. His mother was a very large woman, like very large, like 300-400 pounds. His sister was like 300-400 pounds. My friend Ricky, like, it turned me on to all the music I listen to today because I was like a opera nerd and classical weirdo, and he turned me on to like. I liked Kiss, maybe. He turned me on to everything. But his father was a master watchmaker on 48th Street. And we went to go visit him. His father's name was Richard Beckel. And we went a couple of times whenever he needed money, go get money from his dad. They did not live together. And we would go to his cubicle up on like the 3rd or 4th floor in like one of those buildings. And his father would have like a room that was 4 feet by 3 feet. And he would just have a million watches there and all kinds of lenses and loops. And he would just be repairing and restoring watches. And I don't talk to Ricky that much anymore. But I should ask him about that if he knows anything about it. His father was a master watchmaker on 48th Street. This is before I knew anything. I didn't care less. Ricky didn't have a watch. Like his father never gave him a watch.
47.
Oh, 47th Street. That's right. 48th Street. I'm thinking the guitars.
Yeah, that's
47th Street, yeah. So we would go there, and it was like
it was Sam Ash and
Manny's and all that stuff, you know.
47th was.
Look, the professor is in the house. Welcome, Professor. Shark bit a shark. Roman and Nico. Is that what happened? Are
Spoke
they on
about
the
that last week.
outs?
I spoke about that last week.
Oh, I don't know anything about those two.
Yeah, they're biting at each other.
Oh, how amusing for us all. I mean, two people I have zero interest in watching it all. It's a hara. Anyway, guys, almost 3 hours into the show. Thank you so very much for a wonderful show. Let's talk about our incomparable. Thank you so much for today. This is like great. Softcore Terrico coming back for you with 50 balloons, 50 pounds. You know what that's like? Could buy a house in Italy. Thank you very much. Dean M3, you number one. Basher of the day, first on the baby. Thank you, Dino, number two. And then we got Andrew Wolkowicz, Ray, JHB. What can I say? A time to unwind. Hey, baby. Favorite cheeses. Thank you so much. Did you come up with a favorite cheese? Your number one favorite cheese? Go.
Grana Padano.
Oh, grazie mille, signore, per il mio cugini. Because Paul's cousin, it was one
You
of
said
those.
this a million times. They all know.
They all know. Paul's,
yeah,
but I thank you. Paul's cousin makes
you don't
it.
remember.
So thank you very much. They don't know. They don't know. Who cares?
They all know.
Anyway, Gabri, and Ray, Gabri again. You're a superstar. Gabri, you're on fire. Scotty H, Lord H, Ray, 3949, Gabri, and Uncle Curly's there with the big balloons today. I love you kicking in for the content, my friend. Dino, Red Hot's Uncle Curly again with 10 balloons. That's 60. Would you please give us $30 for today's show? Thanks so much. And Sharkbit, the professor, is here. Thank you very much for all that stuff, guys. Thanks for a great show. Thanks for listen. For the last couple of Fridays, been kind of shitty, but you know what? This was a great show. I had a great time. You know what? This wine was $22, and the bottle is dead because Paul came to share it. But you kind of look how great that looks with the drippings. It's a great looking label, right? 2022. It's a young wine. It's really delicious. I've got a great buzz going, and yeah. What about you? What's on the cards for tomorrow? I'm off tomorrow. What about you?
I have to get up at 7:30, maybe 8, and get my ass to the airport and pick up this senora who's arriving with insane watches. And that's going to be an interesting few days.
That's so fun. Are you going to stream it? Are you going to film it, or is it?
Yeah, we're going to do a stream probably tomorrow night. And I'll show some of the watches. It's pretty heavy hitting stuff. Patek, Breguet, that kind of stuff. And she's an interesting woman. I've known her for a few years now.
Oh, I'm so glad. I can't wait to look at that. Can't wait to look at that. So great. Have fun tomorrow. I got the day off, so I'm just going to hang out with Rose. I don't actually have anything on my schedule, which is the first time in forever. So I'm just going to hang out and have hopefully a Dragon Lady won't pull any shit on me tomorrow, and I'll have a day where I could just maybe bake some bread or do something fun. I know everybody's asking me to do a live stream. I'm going to do a Christmas stream. I swear to you, once the tree goes up in Rockefeller Center, 1,000,000% I'm going to do it. So thanks so much for everybody asking about that. For sure, it's going to happen.
Our tree was lit up the other day.
So, the fauna one went up last night. I can't wait till somebody asks me, Dirk, it's time for you to light the tree. I'm like, yes, because I'm going to get so involved in all the civic shit. Let's fix this and let's fix that. Let's fix this, and they already fixed the
footage on social media today from the protests. General strike sweeps Italy. No to austerity, no to Zionism, no to the whole capitalist system. Ooh, fuck.
Yeah, it's heavy duty shit.
All nuts, man. All over Italy. I stayed at home. I stayed home. Wide. I don't want to get in. I don't want to get into a fight with a cop, you know.
You know what? It's not fun. You know what? If you can avoid being handcuffed and thrown in the back of a car, don't do it. Do whatever you can to stay away from all of that shit.
I use my voice through this microphone.
There you go. It's a big microphone. You can use it here. As opposed to doing it elsewhere.
I don't have to go out and get in fucking shit and get handcuffed, you know.
Yeah. Okay, gang. Guys, thanks so much for all of your stuff. I'm so grateful for the show. That's what I'm thankful for. Yesterday was Thanksgiving in America. I'm thankful for all y'all. Thank you so much. Remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And do something nice for somebody today. Like if you haven't heard from somebody in a while, I'm really worried about you, Mike Callen. Where have you been, Mike Callen? And then I doubled down and I wrote you an email and I realized I haven't heard from you in months and months and months. Makes me even more worried. So give me a Mike Callen. Here's a shout out. You're on the iBashers milk carton. If we don't hear from you, I'm going to seek you out because I miss you. And the whole Bashers too. People have asked. So hold the door open, say please and thank you. And if you encounter somebody who's not so nice, give them as much rope as you're humanly capable of doing. And you know why? Because you're a better person. Because they could be the greatest person, your next lover. You're the most beautiful person you've ever met. The next person to cast in your film, in your history of your world. Either that or they're just going to be a terrible and horrible and evil and mean cunt. Didn't go. Look at that.
It did go, but then you stopped it.
No, I didn't stop it. You're a cunt.